Welcome everyone to episode 17 of What We Watch season 2. Have you guys ever heard
confident.
the saying, "Oh shit, there's no screen"?
What?
A ver, cambiarle la cámara, güey.
A ver. Pero?
No, la otra. Ah, sí, ahí está. Was it mine?
Yeah.
Mine has no screen. Okay.
This one?
Pon la del medio.
How about that one?
Ahí está. Tú sí tienes, yo no tengo.
Pues trátate.
Güey, qué pedo, siempre es mi cámara, güey. Es que siempre le pego, güey.
Échame a mí la culpa.
No, yo le pego, güey.
Ah, bueno, sí. Eso sí te creo.
Prendan la luz. Ya lo prendimos.
¿Quién dijo esto?
Autumn. Have you guys ever heard the saying, remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot? I know no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. Well,
You have to say it easy and slowly, baby.
es que luego me trabo, güey.
You gotta give it that sound.
Fortunately today, if you had ever heard that saying before and you don't know where it's coming from, we're going to hear it, or it's coming from the movie that we're going to talk about today. This episode, we will be talking about V for Vendetta, a graphic novel turned into a movie. Graphic novel means that it was a comic book, at least a certain part of the time. This is from DC Vertigo, which is like the dark side of DC, not the kid-friendly side of the... Yeah, there is two DC movies.
Like Batman's kid friendly.
Batman is more kid-friendly than V was. Batman doesn't have blood.
Huh?
Batman no mata gente.
But they kill people in Batman.
But Batman doesn't kill people. The superhero doesn't kill people.
True. This one is a superhero.
This is not... Actually, there is 2 points to this movie. You could easily take 2 sides to this movie. Either V is the right thing to do, or he's a terrorist.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it just depends how you want to see it. It just depends what you want to see in the person.
Well, you know my mindset. He's always going to be the hero. It's the same thing that happened with fuck. What movie did we cover? Because I know I felt that. No, it wasn't this. It wasn't this season. It was last season.
Which one?
I don't remember. I'm trying to think off the top of my head, but I don't remember.
¿De qué se trataba la movie, güey?
Something similar where someone had to kill, but I justified it. Where I would always, where I justified and saw the villain as the necessary evil?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I don't remember,
know.
but
But welcome, Lorenzo, to the show. How are you doing, man? How was your
thank
day?
you very much for having me. Guys, thank you very much for joining us today. If you guys are live with us, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's glad to be here. Sorry we're doing it a little bit earlier. But I would like to wish my older brother a very happy birthday if you're watching.
Happy birthday! I don't think he's watching.
yeah.
I don't even think he knows how to turn on Twitch. I don't even know what Twitch is. He thinks
Well-
Twitch, and he thinks like he's gonna start like painting the shit.
Well, I know. Right? He's like,
Yeah, he starts
gotta
twitching
twitch.
by himself. Like, what the fuck, bro? It's a nap. Why fuck you twitching? It's just a nap. Like,
well, if you watch it later on YouTube, happy birthday, motherfucker.
and the reason why I say is because I have older siblings or sisters, and I told them, I'm like, hey, watch my show on Twitch.
I see them here every once in a while.
You know, but like like they asked me how to do it,
Yeah,
so they can
like for you to guide them.
yeah, like to create an account and shit. I'm like,
Oh, all that?
yeah.
Well,
Look, bro. how
hey,
you gonna-
look, I'm used to it. I
I'm
know.
old and I'm here. Thank you,
Thank you.
thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here.
So before we get started, guys, before you guys leave, actually, also make sure we already have. Shit, hold on, guys.
Oh yeah, we had a few. If you guys didn't stay with us all the way to the end, last week's episode, we did start writing down suggestions for movies for next season. So
So we do have 3 categories as of now. We have comedies. We have regular movies that don't fall under comedy. Like it can't say comedy first. Like it's a drama, but it can't say comedy, because then that'll be considered a comedy. So anything that's drama,
what is it? What if it's a
romantic,
rom com?
that would go under comedy. Fuck rom coms. Yeah, rom coms would go under comedy. Any other type of movie you want to drop? For sure, we said 5 comedies per next season minimum. No, just 5 comedies. If I get stuck with another fucking scary movie, I am gonna be very, very fucking pissed. And we said I think 3 animated movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's already 5. That's already 8.
Did we turn it on?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay.
That's gonna be 8. ¿En qué nos quedamos? Bueno, sí, gracias por esto.
Se me olvidó.
No. That's gonna be 8, and then you're gonna do 2, and then I'm gonna do 2, or 1 and 1.
It don't matter. 2 and 2, I guess.
2 and 2. You sure?
Well,
You're 1 for 1.
I know. Son of a bitch. I'll do better this time.
So 2 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's 12. So then we have 8 spots left for any other type of movies.
Mm-hmm.
We good? So just in case you're gonna stop dropping names, just make sure that we're paused so I can know what the fuck we're talking about. Because if you throw a fucking name out there and I would be like, what the hell? It ain't gonna make sense and I ain't gonna write it down. So, at the beginning, well, not at the beginning, but any fun stats of the movie?
Yeah,
I even forgot what the
wait,
fuck I was talking about.
well,
Fun facts, week. Any fun facts?
facts. There you go. Fun facts. So, V, our villain or superhero, however you want to see him, was actually played by 4 different actors.
Time out. It's because we're choosing out of. You can give me any comedies that you want. You can give me any regular movies. You can give me 3 animated movies. You can give me any movies you want. Like we're just basing them off of different stats or different categories, and then we're only gonna choose 5 comedies. We're only gonna choose 3 animated movies. Lawrence is gonna pick 2. I'm gonna pick 2. OG Barber, you're free to participate so you can get this this season out of your way. And then we're gonna decide on everything else. So it's only 5 comedies. So basically, it's 5 comedies and 3
Animated.
animated, and then everything else is just whatever you guys want. Bueno, quitando las dos y dos de Lorenzo. Las dos de
And
Lorenzo y
of
las dos
course,
mías.
guys, it still has to fall under the 8-year rule.
Year. Yeah, it has to be 8 years or older. So,
I think it's what, 2015?
yeah, 2015. Yeah, because we won't
2015
make
or
it to
older.
2016.
Midway, we're fucking old.
Yeah, so next season 4 would be 2016 and younger.
Fuck.
¿En qué estaba? Ah, sí, go ahead, güey. My bad.
Oh yeah. So V
Déjame,
was actually you're
déjame
good.
prender el abanico.
Yeah. V was actually played by 4 different characters. Most credit goes to Hugo Weaving for bringing the masked vigilante V to life with his magnetic voice work and only slightly exaggerated physical performance. But while Weaving ended up being the only voice for V, the character itself was originally played by James Purefoy. Purefoy lasted only 6 weeks into 6 weeks into shooting before quitting, saying that he couldn't continue to wear the mask through the rest of the shooting. Weaving was also brought into the project, but Purefoy's scenes were kept and dubbed over to save time and money. Along with Weaving and Purefoy, 2 stunt doubles were involved with V's performance. Chad Stelsky played him in Larkhill scene, excuse me, where the double actually had to walk through real fire, and David Leake, a fight coordinator, played him during the Victoria Station fight, where instead of shooting in slow motion, he moved at normal speed and everyone else moved slowly to save money. And this one, security also was very big, so everyone went through an extensive background check because of all the weapons, the explosives that were used in this movie, and of course, trying to prevent any inspired fans from attempting a terrorist strike on British government. Let's see what else. The original Guy Fawkes wasn't a mastermind, just a lackey. The film, comic book, and those who use Guy Fawkes mask are as a symbol for anarchy, all portray the 16th century English soldier as a patron for rebellion, transparency, and equality. But that's far from the truth. In reality, Guy Fawkes was an English Catholic during the reign of the radically Protestant Queen Elizabeth I. With Catholicism banned in England, Fawkes traveled to Spain, where he fought with them against the Protestant Dutch during the 8-Year War. It was only after returning to England that he joined the underground Catholic coalition, which would eventually undertake the infamous gunpowder plot. But Fawkes wasn't the mastermind behind the plan. In fact, it had already been designed long before he was added to the group. His sole role was to guard the gunpowder underneath Parliament until it was time to strike, and he couldn't even do that right. So, fun little fact. Natalie Portman also studied extensively for her role. Natalie Portman is one of the most professional actresses working in the industry today, and she's got the awards to prove it. She also has a Harvard grad and therefore no stranger to its intensive studying. In that sense, her performance in V for Vendetta must have felt like going back to school. Determined to give the most in-depth performance possible, Portman read multiple biographies of Guy Fawkes and his conspirators, studied the birth and growth of various fascist and extremist movements, and researched several real-life anarchist uprisings, all to get into the mindset of a person who could be indoctrinated into a vigilante lifestyle. To cover for her American accent, Portman worked with famed Hollywood linguistics Barbara Berkery. Certainly, actors are known for preparing for their roles, but Portman's dedication to perfecting her performance is not unappreciated. I'm sorry. Let's see. Hugo Weaving had to perform all his lines twice. Hugo Weaving, the man behind Elrond, the Lord of the Rings series, Red Skull in the MCU, Agent Smith in the Matrix trilogy, and Megatron in those cinematic eye shredders called the Transformer movies, is nothing if not incredibly versatile.
Talk about the writer not liking Transformer movies.
I know, right? Is nothing if not incredibly versatile and engaging actor. When he stepped into play V, After James Purefoy stepped down, Weaving encountered the same problem his predecessor did, namely the Guy Fawkes mask intrinsic to the role was bulky and hard to speak through. A new mask was created with a built-in microphone that wove around the wearer's hairline and dropped down into the mouth, but it apparently didn't pick up Weaving's voice properly. Once shooting was completed, Weaving had to re-record all of his lines in a sound studio, including dubbing over the scenes that had already been shot with Purefoy. Now, this is actually one of the most surprising things to me, because I mean that's the first thing I thought whenever I saw this movie. I was like, how the hell are they speaking to that fucking mask? Sorry for my French. But yeah, like I was like, I've worn Halloween masks, and ain't no way in hell my voice did not sound muffled. Like everything. Pues no, pues ya imagínate. And when I saw this movie, I was like, how in the world did this sound so eloquently? But well, now I see.
Pepeloni.
¿Eh?
Sorry, güey. No sé cómo le hiciste.
Oh, está quemando raza.
No, güey, no, tú no, güey. Pero me acordé así como de que. Tírale, güey. Imagínate. Es que. Imagínate un fantasma, güey, con síndrome de Down. Bu. Bu. A la lavadora, güey, porque no sabe que lo se va a asustar. Bu. Sorry, sorry, mi imaginación es otro pedo.
Sí, ya me di
Vuela
cuenta,
sola
güey,
en mi
no mames.
cabeza, güey. La familia está viendo la película en la sala, güey. Y el güey con la secadora, con el refrigerador. Bu. Bu. Oh my God. My bad.
But yeah, those were some quick fun facts over the movie V for Vendetta.
Sí. Una pita con Nutella. Okay.
Alright,
Sorry,
come on.
guys. Sorry. Es que sí.
Sí, disculpe.
Sí, discúlpenme. No fue el propósito, pero sí está bien chistoso en mi cabeza. Que a lo mejor ustedes no se van a estar riendo, pero yo sí. Favorite character? Least favorite character? Oh. My favorite character is actually Val. The lesbian that got incarcerated.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I have multiple.
Favorite?
Yeah. All around, dude. Character and performance wise. V, of course. Just the mentality. Portman's character. Evie. Just the way she first tricked him, and then the way she ended up like wanting to be a part of it, like actually wanting to be a part of it, like having that mindset switch. And Dietrich was another one of my favorites. Same, porque le valía madre. Pinche vato tenía huevos de acero. And even though he knew he was doing something that was gonna piss somebody off, and like someone bigger, le valió madre. And
You see? The reason why I didn't like... The
Dietrich?
reason why Dietrich is not like even close to one of my favorites, or he's just it's because knowing that he had somebody who came to confess that they knew V, or qué güey,
no,
se cae sola, güey.
sí, dije, pues qué pedo. Te digo que esos
Like,
pinches monitos me asustan, güey. Tú todavía los pones
teniendo
como-
a alguien que le brindó la confianza, güey, en decirle, güey, ¿sabes qué? Estoy en pedos yo, güey. Hasta entonces decidió cagarla. Entonces, ¿por qué vas a poner en peligro a alguien que te vino a confesar que está en peligro, güey? Y no pudiste... ¿Por qué no pudiste hacer esto antes? Like, ¿sí me entiendes?
Yeah.
Like, es lo que me cagó, güey. Like, para mí no, like, no me cuadró, güey. Like, esperaste a tener a alguien cuidando en tu casa, güey, que ocupaba ayuda para cagarla, güey. O sea, no le querías ayudar.
Yeah.
Like,
Hasta la verga de todos.
Sí. Como, imagínate que lo hubieran encontrado, güey.
Yeah. Would have gotten one of Creedy's black bags. For
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, ¿sí me entiendes?
Mhm.
Like, that's what, es lo que yo cuando, the first time that I saw it didn't click, but because I saw it many times this week, I was like, ¿qué puñetas, güey? Like, ok, entiendo, eres gay, right?
Mhm.
Entonces no te vas a acostar con ella. Pero, güey, de solidaridad, compadre, no la cagues, güey.
Yeah.
Like, ¿sí me entiendes?
Mhm.
Like, no la cagues. O platícale el plan, güey, llévalo con él, güey, para que sea parte del plan. Nunca sabes qué pasa si Vi hubiera sido gay.
Sí. Mhm.
Because we don't know why V was in there.
True. True.
Because we only heard the story of one person why they were in there.
Val.
Because she was a lesbian.
Mhm.
And she was an extremist.
Mhm.
But it was more because she was a lesbian. Like, she was different.
Mhm.
And different became dangerous.
Yeah.
So why was V in there?
Touche. Well, remember, when Prothero was saying, when things got out of control, homosexuals and radicals and people that weren't Christians or Catholics. I don't remember which one it was. I know he was like a God-fearing man or whatever.
I think it wasn't Jews, way, because Jews was Hitler.
Yeah, no.
It was, oh my fucking goodness. It was, Muslims.
Muslims, yeah, because that's right. Because he had a Quran.
Yeah.
He had an original copy of a Quran in his dungeon or
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
And we have no sign that V was Muslim.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's because you can't tell. Motherfuckers burned all over.
Well, before that, because he still has. Look, and another thing, he was his mannerisms way. Okay.
No, I was gonna switch my thing because I
Ah,
don't want to be rapping right now. Hold on.
cámbiatela, güey. Si te vas a ir por otra vía, vete por otra vía. Sí,
Ya,
pues,
ya que vas de
sí,
pasada, pues,
ya
ya.
ya que vas a hacer tus chingaderas, pásale por enfrente a las cámaras, no hay pedo. Dale, pásale por enfrente, güey. Pásale. But yeah, like, yeah, because we don't know why V was in there, but that's something that bothered me. So with the characters, before, after, and then Lorenzo will finish off his favorite and least favorite. Natalie Portman as Evie Hammond, Hugo Weaving as V, James Purefoy, who originally portrayed the character, like Lorenzo said, but he was credited for the role because he left after 6 weeks. Stephen Ray or Ree as Eric Finch, who was the inspector. Stephen Fry as Gordon Dietrich. John Hurt as Adam Sutler, who is a modern representation of Adolf Hitler. Tim Pigott Smith as Peter Creedy. Rupert Graves as Dominic Stone. Roger Allam as Louis Prothero. Ben Miles as Roger Dascombe. Sinead Kuzak as Dr. Delia Surge. Natasha Whiteman as Valerie Page, who was my favorite character. Imogen Poots as young Valerie Page. John Standine as Anthony Lehman, who is the bishop, que le gustan las niñas chiquitas.
Perro desgraciado.
Eddie Marson as Brian Etheridge. Clive Ashbourne as Guy Fawkes. Guy Henry as Conrad Hayer, who is the Eye. Least favorite character, Lorenzo?
Least favorite character. I really didn't care much for Sutler or even Creedy. And I felt like the inspector like could have done better job at his as an actor. Not so
Not
much.
the character, but
yeah,
the
not a
actor?
character, but as an actor. Like I don't know. I didn't feel like a genuine inspector vibe from him.
I would like to argue that point.
Okay.
I think this is the most natural type of detective dash slash inspector that we've ever seen. Like it takes diligence, it takes time, it takes a lot of studying and or nomás te la cambiaste puñeta, te la pusiste
Sí,
backward.
no, no lo puse backwards, güey. Can you see? Yeah, I think you can still see it. Pero,
I can't.
a little bit.
Um, sorry, it's because I was like, why you fuck? Yeah, but I got it. Yeah, oh, because we're used to seeing detectives figure out shit real quick. Aquí, güey, it bothered him enough that he didn't know. He started thinking that he started at a certain point of thinking bad about V, and then because he was finding out and he was actually investigating, like with open eyes or not being biased, that he might be part of the problem, or that he might not. That if he continues or if he keeps on looking, he's gonna find out that he's covering up the problem. And this is something that we really, or in a lot of movies, we don't see. We only see the detective do detective work and they're done. And that's it. Y aquí este detective sí tuvo like la conciencia de decir, a ver, güey, yo sé que tengo que hacer algo, which we were talking about the lawyers in Spotlight. That you said, well, yeah, it's their job, but how much time or how many times you have to go through in order to say, hey, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
Here you have somebody who's actually going through the whole thing, and he's figuring out that, hey, this is fucked up, and you don't like him. Come on, Lorenzo. Come on.
Okay. Maybe I spoke a little too quick. Okay, so yes, maybe it's the beginning of him playing that character. Because yes, I agree. Now you're saying that. Yes, he did sort of switch point of views. Um,
I think what, because
that
I
and
know what you're talking about,
Prothero.
güey. Nomás te estoy cagando el palo. Pero nunca hemos visto, at least yo no tengo like, I cannot recall any time
Albert.
with Albert.
Albert from The Girl. That detective.
No, but that was a cop.
True. True, because
The other detective,
was
yeah,
detective.
the other detective nada más estaba en chingas persiguiendo al de este, güey. Like, es a lo que voy. Like, pero lo que sí, like, porque yo sé, I know why you felt like that, because I felt like that until I actually sat down and thought about it. It's because it takes a long time, güey. Like, we're seeing it, y este güey se tardó un año, güey, en hacer su trabajo. Pero how many times haven't we heard of, after so many years, oh, they finally found out who did it?
True.
Or after so many months, oh, they finally found out, or they finally did this, or because it's more real based. Like, yo sí te creo que esto sí pudo haber pasado, güey, en una ciudad. Talking about the crow. Like, this actually felt like the detective was actually real, güey. Like, everything else, like, V might have been supernatural or with special powers because of the whatever they injected with the super soldier serum or whatever the fuck it is. But it felt the detective was real, güey. It felt that everything around V was real except V. Like, he wasn't human anymore. But everything around him was still real. Like, I think that's why. Because yo te entiendo, because that's the same thing that I thought about the detective. I'm like, the movie could have done it without the detective. And then I said about how the movie can't go on without the detective. Because V needed the detective to see everything that he saw. Because V doesn't exist. The only person who exists is the detective.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was able to bring out everyone everyone from out of the darkness and into the light.
Yeah.
Or at least their crimes. The one I did feel sorry for was the doctor.
Because she said sorry.
Because she genuinely looked like, yo, like, I know, we fucked up. Like, this was wrong. Like, se arrepintió. You know, like, I didn't feel sorry for the fact that she had to die. Because no, I would have been like, no, fuck it, still kill her. But at least she had the balls to be like, hey, you know what? I recognize it. I was wrong. we shouldn't have been doing this, and this wasn't fair to you guys, because it wasn't just V, like it was a fucking it was a fucking massacre. It was so that part I did. Like, that's the part that I did. I felt sorry for her.
A mí también fue la parte. That was the most human side of V that I had ever seen.
Yeah.
And that's the only human side of V that I saw. Him accepting the apology way. Because there's a big difference. Somebody can apologize, but if the other person doesn't accept the apology, then the apology means nothing.
Yeah.
Here, whenever she said, "Is it too late to apologize?" She's like, "Never," or some shit like that. Whenever he whenever he took that apology, I'm like, okay, todavía es humano este güey. Right? Porque de ahí para allá, güey, en toda la película, which is something that I really like about the character V, is that whenever we only saw him show feelings twice. Cuando Evie lo deja.
No, when Evie saves him, and he's about to leave her.
No. When she leaves, que le pega a la pinche de esta, güey, al vidrio y lo quiebra, que se quita la mask. Right? Porque la otra, cuando Evie lo salva, he's thinking like, okay,
should I leave her?
Should I leave her? Or should I take her with me and see if she wants to join? Because basically it's that. O la dejo que se muera, o la dejo que se vaya conmigo, y le digo lo que voy a hacer, y luego, pero es pensando él en él, güey. No pensando en, ¿qué es lo mejor? ¿Qué sería muy mamón dejarla? No, es, ¿qué es lo que mejor me ayuda a mí?
Yeah, like, can I use her to my advantage?
Yeah, which he does. So, yeah, so cuando Evie lo deja, güey, que este güey se enoja, like, porque, fuck, ahí es donde este güey estaba pensando, mejor lo hubiera dejado a la verga, que la mataran, porque ahora ya sabe dónde estoy, ya sabe dónde vivo, ya sabe qué voy a hacer, y ella decidió irse. Like, todo eso, güey. Like, nada más ahí con esta señora, güey. And I think that helped the movie a lot. Because if you forgot that he was human, te lo vuelvo a recordar at the middle of the movie. Because at the end of the movie, you figure out that he's a little bit more than human. Anything particular about the movie, Lorenzo?
I really enjoyed it.
Pros, cons?
Pros? I just found out it's another comic book movie. Cons? It's another comic book movie.
Oh,
I'm going back on what I said earlier this season or last season.
Last season where you're like, I don't really like comic book movies.
Yeah, and I was like, but I'm guessing I'm straying away from. I guess it's like Marvel now, like just.
Nah, cause Blade.
Well, yeah, I know, but that was like the original. God, why don't I have this thing on silent? Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. You're good. Guys, ¿ustedes vieron la movie, guys? Pros and cons de la movie. Que a ustedes les apareciera. Favorite character, least favorite character. Platíquenos, díganos algo. Aviéntenos mocos si no hayan más. So. I'm going to jump, right, to the fucking part that I love about this movie. I thought you were going to go with, oh, people want to jump. Don't do shit. People want to jump. No?
Sí, también.
No? Okay. Favorite part of the movie, way? Or the thing that you like the most about the movie?
The thing I enjoyed most about the movie.
He said, I watched it a long time ago. I liked it then, but not sure I'd feel the same way today. I really liked it more now because I understand politics now than what I did before. Like, I really do. Because I really didn't understand politics back then. Right? Ahorita no les entiendo mucho tampoco. Pero ya sé, pero ya entiendo en dónde está mi mente y mi corazón, güey, en esto. Entonces ya le entiendo un poquito más.
Yeah.
pero sí la disfruté más de
No.
adulto, güey, que cuando la vi primero.
Yeah. Excuse me. No, but yeah, um, I enjoyed it equally. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know too much about politics, but yeah, I still feel the same way. Um, excuse me. And I don't think it was so much because of the politics side. It's just, I think with me, it's always been the right or wrong sort of mentality. Like, yo, like it's either you do the right thing or you do the wrong thing. Now, I understand that sometimes you have to do wrong in order to make good, um, or help good flourish. And I see that just because of gardening, like sometimes you have to cut certain branches in order to help the tree grow or the plant grow to a certain way. That's like,
Barras.
eh,
Nah, güey. That's a good way to fix what you were about to fuck up.
que la chingada.
No, I thought you were going completely different there, so I'm very happy that you said what you said.
But
Anyway,
yeah.
I thought you were going to give me a fucking extreme example of something, way. Like, yeah, that's why you gotta kill somebody in order for them not to keep on killing. I was waiting for something completely off, way. So I really love the explanation that you gave, way.
The
Like,
metaphor.
yeah,
Or the
the
analogy.
the analogy, the metaphor to that
Mm.
way.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that's I think that's what it really is with me.
I think it. What I really enjoyed about the movie, way, is how more it is true to today's everyday life than it was back then.
Yeah.
Like this movie really fits on today, and it'll fit in even better within 10 years. Like this is one of those movies that aged well.
Hopefully it doesn't.
What?
Hopefully it doesn't.
No,
Hopefully we
this
learn how
movie
to
really
change.
aged well. Way
Oh yeah, it has.
like it aged so well that I don't think you need to I don't think you need to remake this movie. I just think you need to really release this movie. Like this movie doesn't need any extra scenes. This movie doesn't need any scenes cut out. Like this movie fits perfectly in today's world. Perfectly. What happened?
No, nothing.
Oh.
I'm thinking in my mind, remember the 5th of November.
I really love that.
I know. Me too.
Oh, actually, fun fact. The names used in the movie,
Mhm.
like el viejito que va a decirle toda la historia a este güey, like al inspector. You know
Mhm.
how the inspector meets
Mhm.
Cockrate or whatever his name is. Okay,
Mhm.
well, all the names of characters like that, they're actually part of the 1605 conspiracy. Yeah,
Really?
just FYI. Like that
Pretty
is
cool.
real.
That is freaking awesome.
Yeah. So all those little names of in there, like that has to do with the
Mhm.
1605.
With the
With
with
Guy
the
Fawkes.
plot, yeah, the
Yeah.
plot of blowing up Parliament.
Yeah. Um. Okay. Favorite part of the movie?
Oh, the ending.
Like the scene in the train,
Hmm.
or no, the scene in the.
So to be honest with you, it was mainly the scene of everyone, the whole fucking town,
Oh, okay.
wearing the freaking Guy Fawkes masks and going out into going into wherever they were showing up, and not giving a fuck if they were armed, um
Or not.
yeah, armed people there. Like, no, like that to me is, like that is fucking warrior like mentality. Like, um I loved it because it's like, yo, even though I ain't got, we not might be powerful in strength, but we have power in numbers, and I think that is freaking, that is amazing. And if the world would actually understand that concept, now granted there are many weapons that can be used in mass,
And
and
for mass
yeah,
destruction.
for mass quantities, but of people.
How bad would the government look if they would use it?
Exactly. I mean, that's the whole reason why we have war treaties now, where that's why the UN has agreed upon certain things that we're not allowed to use for war, countrywide. Because I mean, we something as easy as like mustard gas, something as easy as kerosene.
Well,
You know what I mean? Like it's those type of weapons that we're it's not a good thing.
ahorita que dices eso, güey, es lo que está haciendo Perú. O hace semanas hizo Perú, güey. Todo Perú, güey, fue a la capital a sacar a la presidenta de la casa. Like, todo. Se escucha muy pendejo lo que te voy a decir, güey. Pero todo Perú. O sea, ciudades enteras caminaron, güey,
A la capital.
a donde está la presidenta para que dejara el poder, güey. Like,
And it's that part.
sin hacer daños, güey.
Sí, exactly.
Nada
Yes,
más
exactly.
fueron a sacarla a la verga.
Exactly. And so it's the same thing like in this movie. Like they go and none of the fucking guards shoot. None of them shoot. But because there's masses of people, like ponle, they would have taken out maybe I would say maybe about
Half. Because they have to reload.
yeah. Ponle. Yeah, and they only have so many bullets.
Yeah.
Um
Let's just say 50% of all the people they would have taken out.
And then after that, okay, what are they going to be left with?
Yep.
And then after people seeing, like the other people that did survive, see what the hell they did to the people that were there to support the same thing they were supporting. Papi, hasta un lado.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's over with.
Yeah. So, and I really appreciate, one thing that I really do appreciate here, way, is this. You can put this movie, way, in different fucking scenarios. And there's a lot of lines here that could fucking help even the United States way today. Like, the government shouldn't be afraid, or you shouldn't be afraid of your government. The government should be afraid of their people. The people are not well determined, or I don't want to say educated because they're going to think that I'm above other people, but we're missing a lot of education on what we can do and we can't do. Also, there's a lot of abuse of government officials, and there's a lot of fucking corruption. Right? We're switching completely topics here, but
Now, guys, please don't think that we promote anarchy or
no.
anything like that. This is not the deal.
No.
We're just speaking opinions.
No. Fuck that. Mira, si un güey en la presidencia no se quiere ir y tiene 4 años y no lo reeligen para 4 años. Ow. Purr.
That's off, kitty.
Yeah.
Really, that's Sheldon.
Hey, OG. Sí, güey, que se lo carga la chingada. Not the OG, pero al güey que no se quiere salir de la presidencia. Like, no, like, yo sí creo que la gente tiene el poder, güey, de todo. La gente tiene el poder de hacer y deshacer los cambios que se ocupen hacer, güey, mientras y cuando sean pacíficos y sean ordenadamente correctos.
Correcto.
Punto. Siempre tenemos que ver por el beneficio de todos, no por el beneficio de uno.
Yeah.
¿Okay? Hay gente pendeja que no entiende, right? Por ejemplo, oiga, tenemos que poner cableado nuevo en la ciudad, en la calle, pero se van a quedar sin luz por 8 horas. Es que yo no quiero, ¿ok? So, no vamos a poner el cableado. No, pero es que se necesita, ¿ok? Pues ocupa quedarse. O es una o es otra, cabrón, ¿entiende?
Yeah.
Cabrón o cabrona. Like, hay gente que no entiende, güey. Hay gente que no entiende que para mejorar algo se tiene que quedar peor un tantito para poder mejorarlo. Es así.
Pero lo mismo.
¿Eh?
Como las plantas, te vuelve lo mismo.
Sí, güey.
Like, se ocupa un poquito de daño para poder hacer algo bueno.
Sí. Estás en todo lo correcto, Lorenzo. Estás en todo lo correcto.
Madre, al fin.
No, güey. My favorite part of the movie, güey, was Valerie's story. And she's my favorite character because she fucking evolved. This is the character that most evolved other than Evie in this movie.
You said evolved and Eevee, now I'm thinking Pokemon.
Yeah. This person this lady went from being an outcast
Mm-hmm.
for the family shaming her for being a lesbian to her realizing her life, living her life happiness away from what other people thought, dying knowing that she stood by the correct things in life,
Mm-hmm.
which that to me is an honorable person.
Oh yeah.
Now there's difference. Thinking you're right and doing the right thing are two completely different things. Okay? So this person did the right thing. She was never hostile against what was going on. Nunca, en la movie nunca vimos que ella protestara, que ella hiciera esto, que hiciera lo otro, que protestar no es nada malo tampoco.
Yeah.
Mientras sea pacífico no hay nada malo.
Mm-hmm.
Pero ella hizo todo lo que ella tuviera que hacer para ser feliz y el momento que pudo ser feliz lo fue feliz y esa felicidad jamás se le fue, güey. Eso para mí es ser una persona. Like, it's like this character could teach a lot of other people how to be fucking happy in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Like this person, and even at that way, her telling the other person who she wrote it to, which it was V at the time, que se lo pasó a Ivy.
Mm-hmm.
I might never know you, we might never laugh together, this and that, but I love you. Like that love was genuine. Because we're here, we're together.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's us and then everybody else. Like that way was something very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that's why I love watching this movie again. Because every time I hear that speech, I believe her. Like, suena muy pendejo, pero hay muchas veces que ocupas escucharlo de alguien más, güey, de que, hey, me importas. Escucha esa pinche parte de la película y entiendes. Hey, le importo a alguien. A alguien le importo. Sea ficticio o no sea ficticio, güey, sea la persona, no sea la persona, güey. Because even at that, there could be a discussion made that maybe out of this, he made it up. Because he was drugged most of the time. Like, in there.
It was what?
Drugged most of the time in there.
Oh
like,
yeah, well,
like with whatever medication they gave him. This could be all this story could be false. Like it could just be his story
like
made
an
up.
hallucination.
Yep. Because how does he know how she looked?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no records.
Well, it doesn't say that he knows how she looked.
Yeah, because there's a painting of her
Oh,
with the
touche.
roses.
But he might have gotten that out of the films of her being the actress. He might have gone back and seen the films. That might have been the thing. That's the only thing. That's the only way that I can explain it. Because I don't really believe that they seen each other. Because that type of cell, that type of cell didn't have
Windows or anything.
Yeah.
Well, we just saw them walking in lines or whatever, whatnot.
Oh, touche.
But we never saw him with her.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. We never see V in there.
Mm-hmm. Until he comes out of Larkin.
Yeah, until
fire.
the fire. Pero nunca vemos a V. Vemos a ella en la línea, güey. Y si son vecinos de cell.
You know what? I never thought to pay attention. I'm going to look at it again today, see if I find him. Or see if I can maybe... Like, I'm going to look up the actors, the 4 actors that played him. I'm going to go back into that freaking scene, try to see if I find him.
No están. No, go for it. Go for it. Te
Crushing
estoy ahorrando
my-
tarea, güey.
Crushing my...
No. Try it. A lo mejor sí está, güey. Pero we never see him in the line with her. Y son vecinos, güey. So either she was 4 or she was 6. Because he was 5.
True. She was probably 4.
Why?
Because I'm thinking of the way
Because she's a
they
woman,
entered.
Lorenzo?
Huh?
Because she's a woman? She can't be a 6 because she's a woman, Lorenzo? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Lorenzo. Estoy jugando, güey. No, pero thinking about it, it's because it's hard to tell, güey. Porque si entras, pues estaba para la right, güey.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you go into the cell, she had to be to the right.
True.
Because the toilet, like if you're looking at the cell, she's on the right hand side. Porque el toilet está de ese lado. Y el juego donde entra la rata está de ese lado. Todo le puse atención, güey. La vi chingo de veces. Chingo.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, because of the corridor, they usually enter from to like if you're V, right, and you're preparing the guard, um, he walks from this side down that way, saying V's room is on this side, her cell is on this side. Now the only other way would have if she wasn't 4 or 6, because now if you put yourself in V's position, he's looking out the door. Toilet's over on your right side. So going back to you said it's the one on the right. So it's either gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it might have been 3 or 7.
Yeah.
Like, but that's the only thing that I can think of, because it's like it usually goes numerical.
Well, it like that. It makes more sense because let's say they take out all the right row first. Nunca van a estar juntos, güey.
Yeah,
Oh, well, no, they have to.
they
though.
have to. Yeah, because they're right next.
They're
door.
right
They're
next
not
to each
across.
other.
They're
Ya no
not
es como que
across.
si están el papel como un avioncito a la verga. Sí, 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 qué pendejo soy. Sí, 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 soy un pendejo. Soy un
Aquí
pendejo,
nadie le
no,
damos
soy un
contra,
pendejo.
compadre. A nadie le damos contra.
Pero, yeah, so, whatever number it was, the thing is, nunca salió en la pinche line con ella, güey. And we see her in line. Y por eso te digo, all of this could have been a fake story by V.
A hallucination.
Yep. Because hace flush el toilet para poder que le lleguen las cosas. Pero those toilets don't flush next to each other. They flush up and down. Si tiras un... Si tiras un...
Ya sé lo que vas a decir.
Si tiras un alambre, güey, para que se lo lleve la corriente, no creo que corra así. No es como que si alguien lo flocha y va a pasar por la tubería de los demás. Va a salir hacia afuera. La única razón por la cual pasaría por los demás es si hay stacked uno arriba de otro.
Sepa la madre, I don't want to break my head right now. Hold on, I just got
Pero
out
sí-
of work, sir.
Pero sí me entiendes.
Yeah.
Porque
I know
en la
what you're
movie se
saying.
ve que like, ella saca cosas del toilet. Al menos que lo estuviera guardando ahí. Pero ¿qué papel están usando, güey, para
Sí,
que no se
güey.
moje?
Sí, el papel. No, deja tú, el papel de baño es muy débil. Deja tú, para que no lo rompas mientras estás escribiendo.
Y luego después de mojado para que se seque y se vea, güey, la
y se
tinta.
vea, está cabrón. Y pues no creo que andaban usando. Ah, no, si era tinta.
Yeah.
It was a pen. ¿De dónde chingados sacó pluma? O a lo mejor he rewrote it to simulate the same.
So if he rewrote it, because again,
He
he
must have
read a
fucking
lot of books.
remembered it.
He read a lot of books. So if he rewrote it,
That must be one of his superhero powers. He can remember.
no, well, other than that, he can remember, güey.
Got photo memory.
¿Qué tanto no le agregó a él para convencer a Ivy de que que ella ocupaba cambiar?
Yeah.
¿Qué tanto él sabía de Ivy para poder que cambiara la forma de ser de ella? Like, para que no fuera la misma Ivy de cuando entró a cuando salió, güey.
True. Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's why that part, way by itself, way is my favorite part of the fucking movie. No se tarda mucho esa pinche parte de la película, güey.
Mm-hmm.
Pero esa parte de la película just fucking blows my mind, güey. How well it's written, how well it's acted, how involved it gets the people outside of the movie watching the movie. Because everything else of the movie, a lo mejor tú dices, pues, it's another movie. That part of the movie, güey, involves you so much, güey, that you cannot forget about that part. You cannot forget about the story of that girl.
Second one you drop.
Parecemos México, güey, con las mujeres.
Just got you, güey.
Güey.
Parecemos, a mí se me hace que eres tú, güey. Yo ni la mesa estoy tocando.
Sí, ya llevamos dos.
Llevamos.
Ya llevo dos, ya llevo dos. Mira, papi no se mueve.
Tampoco.
¿Qué te iba a decir? Pero sí, güey. Like, that is something that just blows my mind, güey. That part of the movie blows my mind. Any other part of the movie that blows your mind?
No.
Es que ahora puso un lobito.
Un Lobito, ¿estás ahí? Ahora.
So, the saying is actually, remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason shall ever be forgotten. That is one of the, see, wait,
Okay, yeah.
that is one of the best intros of a fucking movie, güey. The tone, the voice, y se te queda, güey. Like, se te queda, güey. All you have to do is see it once, y se te queda ese saying, güey.
Yep.
The film opens with the recitation of these words as a flashback sequence brings us to the early 1600s England. Guy Fawkes is captured and executed for his attempt to blow up Parliament, a plan he hoped would restore Catholic rule to Protestant throne.
Mhm.
In the near future, In the near future, in Great Britain, a young woman named Evie Hammond is shown preparing to go out one night while she watches a TV program hosted by Louis Prothero. He proclaimed voice of London and a firm supporter of a fascist Norse Fire party that has replaced the old government. A mysterious figure dressed in black mirrors Evie's actions as he too watches the program from his own home. Prothero reveals that the government is based around religion and faith, reciting the mantra strength through unity, unity through faith, disease, violence, and war, blamed primarily on the former United States. That's another thing that shocks me. And the fear and resentment of particular groups within the country, including homosexuals, Muslims, and immigrants, fueled the dramatic change and put the current leader, Chancellor Adam Sutler, in command. ¿Qué onda, Smiley? ¿Cómo andamos, güey?
¿Qué rollo?
Anything from the beginning there?
No, not there.
The only thing that caught my attention here, Wayne, was the hate.
Prothero had for the U.S.
Yeah.
Where he goes, I recall the Tea Party. I think we should throw them a Tea Party of their own, and remind them of a little Tea Party they threw for us a couple hundred years ago, or a few hundred years ago.
Yeah. Like, it was just,
Mhm.
no sé, like, it helps plan the movie, like the how, because the whole movie is very tense.
Mhm.
Like, the whole fucking movie is a very tense movie. Way, like, everybody's on their toes. Like, the whole movie's like that. And that's a very stressful fucking. It could actually be a very stressful movie to fucking watch. We.
Yes.
Like, if you're somebody who tenses up real quick, like watching shit, like, this movie is very fucking tense.
Te lo repito, Smiley. Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot.
¿No traes otra ahí, güey?
But yeah, I will say, Prothero's that beginning scene, where he's saying that, like, where like the way he says those words, oh, the homosexuals, Muslims,
Yeah.
and immigrants, like it sounded very. I mean, I mean, maybe it's just because they're speaking proper English, but it sounds very
No.
negative.
Yeah. Because
It's got
that
negative
network is
annotation.
based on Fox News.
I'm surprised it wasn't CNN.
What you talking about? Oh, this is
Well,
gonna be
because it
very,
says
very.
BCN. That's
What? Oh, oh, this is about to get very interesting. Lorenzo.
why.
No, no, no. It was actually based on Fox News
Hmm.
and the way they pronounce things to make their people
Hmm.
like, because there's a perception that Fox News watchers of Fox News, the more the anchor says something angrily is more negative. Watch Fox News programming, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Fox News is that stupid network that somebody was talking about the show You, and the lady couldn't figure out that they weren't talking about her. They were talking about the show. Like, yeah, the show You. We're talking about.
Oh, yes, I remember
It's like,
that.
I was never talking about this. No, not
Not
you,
you,
but
you. Pinche
Puñetas.
vieja, güey.
No es lo que contratas, folks. That was hilarious. Fake news, el otro. Yeah, like that.
Ujú. Bien Alex
Stupid
Jones
lady.
a madre.
¿Qué, güey?
Un cigarrito, pues.
¿Dónde están?
Ay, los pusiste en las
Ay,
tontas.
No, préndelo tú primero y luego me lo pasas, la verdad. That was fucking stupid.
Ujú.
Y así Fox ha tenido chingos.
Sí, sí te creo.
Chingos. Um, Fake news. He doesn't know about good shows. Oh, you think You's good? Oh, man.
I couldn't really get into it, bro. Like, I saw the first season and struggling.
I finished the first season and I said, this is not going to get any better. Like,
Yeah.
I watched season 2, like the first two episodes, and I'm like, this ain't working.
No, for good shows, I'm more like Dexter. Like I thought Dexter was fucking awesome. Did you watch Dexter?
No, I haven't watched Dexter. You want to watch a good show? Preacher.
Preacher?
It's also from DC, from Vertigo,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about a priest who gets possessed.
Okay. Oh wait, yeah, I did see Priest. The one
Preacher,
yeah.
AMC.
Oh, okay, then no, I thought it was the one on freaking Netflix.
No, this is Preacher. It was on AMC, I believe.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out then.
Or Justified. Justified's another good show. Justified's about a sheriff.
Okay, well, god dang, now I'm gonna have to see it.
What, season 2
Yeah.
and 3?
Mm-hmm.
Season 2, like the first 2 episodes were, and this ain't gonna get, like, it's not gonna get fucking better. So I didn't invest any more time on it. Silicon Valley's pretty good on HBO Max. I fucking love that show.
I'll check it out.
It's a comedy about coders and shit.
What?
About people that code, like
Oh,
computers.
coders? Programmers, I think that's what they call them.
No, because they code. Probably programmers. Yeah, my bad. I don't know. We know what we should do. Season 3 of fucking
Series.
Nah, wait, that's gonna be a shitload. 19 fucking series, wey. We're not. No, that ain't gonna work. Never mind. Never fucking mind.
No, es que muy a huevo puedo ver una pinche película de 2 horas, güey. ¿Quieres que me den todo el pinche series?
Yeah, plus there's not, I don't know if there's a lot of good series from 2015 before.
Yeah, no, you'd have to do recent.
Yeah.
Well, Fresh Prince, Boy Meets World, Family Matters.
Yeah, well, you know how many fucking seasons those have?
Yes, I know. I know. I know. That's all I'm saying. Saved by the Bell.
I was never a fan of Saved by the Bell.
What?
I was never a fan of Screech.
I don't think anybody was a fan of Screech, but Screech was a sweetheart. Pobrecito.
Family Matters, that's Steve Urkel, no?
Mm-hmm. Carl Winslow, and the Winslows.
Yeah. Did I do that? That's the only thing I know. Remember about that fucking show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, no, nah, no, we're not gonna fucking do
Yeah,
series.
no.
Nah, fuck that. I was like thinking, like, fuck. Even though the episodes for like 30-minute shows are like 20 minutes.
I know, right? Pobrecito Screech, güey. Porque le ando haciendo
Nah, güey,
bully. De
me
por sí le
caga
hicieron un
verlo,
chingo de
güey.
bullies. Ay,
Me
güey.
caga verlo, güey. No sé, nunca me hizo nada, güey, porque no lo conozco al
Ya
chavo.
sé, güey.
Pero
Pues por eso te digo, güey.
me fastidia, güey. Neta, prefiero a Steve.
Didn't he just pass away?
I don't know if he
Like,
just passed
no, not
away,
just
but
passed away, but he passed away like,
yeah, like
a
a
year
couple
or
years
two
ago.
ago.
Pobrecito.
Yeah, que en paz descanse. Rest in peace.
Oh, no, me da igual. Anyways. Urko no me fastidia tanto porque Urko no era Urko. Like, el character era Urko, but the actor was actually a pretty good actor.
Mm-hmm.
He
To be able to
Screech
play
era
something.
Screech, way. Like, even when he was in Screech, he was always Screech. Like, tell me another, even in Family Matters, way. Cuando no era Steve Urkel, güey, que era el regular guy,
Mm-hmm.
you can tell, like, he had acting chops, güey.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could tell the difference.
Yeah.
Tell me another time that you saw Screech and you didn't think of Screech.
True.
Tell me some.
Even when he did get older, like, he was still playing Screech's character.
Yeah. Like, it's like Screech took over him,
Yeah.
in other words. Like, no es para decir que Steve Urkel tuvo, el guy que hizo Steve Urkel tuvo chingo de películas que hacer, güey, ¿verdad? Pero even in the fucking series, like, you could tell the two apart.
Mm-hmm.
Me
Okay, but
fascinó.
we're getting past that. Let's go back to the movie, sir.
Fue la culpa ya, güey, me está haciendo preguntas.
Okay, so Evie shuts off. Whoa.
Yeah, sí, ahí vas, ahí vas, ahí vas.
Okay, Evie shuts off the program and heads out the door. As she walks into the alley, she is stopped by a few men who scold her for being out past curfew. When they become physical, she puts out of a can of mace, but they then reveal themselves to be members of the Norse Fire secret police, Fingermen, and threaten Evie with sedition. She pleads for mercy before the men grab hold of her with the intent to rape her. The cloaked figure in black appears in the alley wearing a fox mask and hat and quickly dispatches the fingerman before introducing himself to Evie as V. Showing a penchant for theatrics with an impressive play on words, he invites Evie to accompany him to a nearby rooftop to watch a performance of his. There, they have a clear view of the Old Bailey, and V explains that he's there to commemorate a special day in history, one he intends to use as a symbol against the tyranny that has replaced Lady Justice with a false idol. As Big Ben tolls midnight, the 5th of November, V recites the centuries-old adage before conducting the finale to Tchaikovsky's 1812 overture, which plays over the loudspeakers throughout the streets of London. At that moment of crescendo, the Old Bailey explodes in a brilliant display. V laughs hysterically, while Evie can only watch in horror. Following the explosion, a congregation of Northfire elites meets in a secret conference with Adam Sutler, his face projected on a large screen. Included are Inspector Eric Finch, played by Stephen Ray, of the police, Roger Dashcom, played by Ben Miles, of television broadcasting, Brian Etheridge, played by Ari Marson, of the Authority Surveillance System, Peter Creedy, Tim Piggott Smith, of the Secret Police, and Conrad Hayer, Guy Henry of the CCTV. Effectively and respectively, they make up the nose, mouth, ears, fingers, and eyes of the government, with Sutler sitting at the brain. Sutler decrees that the destruction of the Old Bailey is to be announced as an impromptu demolition project to make way for a new building, while an investigation ensues to find out who the man in fox mask is. While V remains a mystery, Evie's identity is quickly discovered thanks to video surveillance, and Sutler demands her capture and interrogation. Anything on this?
Yeah. That is A lighter one.
It's okay. Yep.
Um, this is one way to put in the way a fucking government is held.
Yep.
Like
Yes, Jordan.
literally, the brain is the president, and then the other four people is everything that a body is.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, this is a body of government.
Yep.
Like el que escucha se lo dice al cerebro, el cerebro se lo dice cómo se va a decir.
Mm-hmm.
El que huele se lo dice al cerebro y el cerebro se lo dice a cómo se va a decir.
Okay.
El cerebro le dice a las manos que sí va a hacer y que no va a hacer. Like, this is how governments are run. This is how they should educate us how the governments are run.
Mm-hmm.
Like, basically, this is how every government is run. And this is a very smart and easy way to educate people how the government is run.
It really is.
If you're talking about almost all the governments,
Mm-hmm.
period.
Mm-hmm. And that's why there's a shit ton of conspiracy theories out there.
The next morning, Evie, working as an assistant within the broadcasting station, jokes with the security guard Fred before delivering an unmarked package to the customs department. As her supervisor opens it and discovers black cloaks and Fox mask, Evie walks into the lobby of the station with a bomb strapped to his chest. Inspector Finch and his partner Dominic Stone hurry to the station, order the apprehend Evie, while V disengages the elevators and forces most of the station to evacuate. As Evie nervously walks through the crowd towards the stairs, she catches sight of Finch and Dominic backed by supporting officers. She runs and hides in a nearby office, while V orders the television crew to run a video on the emergency broadcast system, allowing his message to play on every TV in London. He addresses the general populace and introduces the fact that there is something wrong with the country. He encourages people to speak about the truth of cruelty and injustice and put away the fear that he explains quite frankly put them in this situation in the first place. V admits to blowing up the Old Bailey, explaining that he sought to end oppression where freedom should stand, and invites all of London to join him in 1 year in front of Parliament, where he promises to give them the 5th of November that will never be forgot. This here lets us know that this movie is about oppression.
Mm-hmm.
The sad thing here is, while he's fighting oppression, he oppresses Evie's who Evie is to make her who he wants her to be. So he is a hypocrite in this. Because he doesn't let Evie be who Evie wants to be. He oppresses her to change to who he needs her to be, which is the same thing that the government is doing to the people.
Touche. Yeah, never seen it in that way, but yeah, it's true.
This movie as a whole is about oppression,
Mm-hmm.
from the main character to the government. It's just who we decide to take sides on.
Mm-hmm.
But he is no different than the government.
True.
If this man would become,
But I think he only did it to Evie, though. He only did it to Evie because he gave the others the option. Nonetheless, I won't argue the fact that he did oppress Evie's mind and put it through that strenuous situation, and that life-changing situation, I guess you can say, because I mean, you put any person in a difficult situation, and that's where I sympathize with people that have been incarcerated, because you put any regular human being in a cage, and you will eventually bring the animal out. You eventually will. It's inevitable, because our minds, the way we're brought up, our the way we see things outside, and once our privileges are taken away, we are very quick to change the way we see things, and especially with authority, because once you get incarcerated, you start seeing the powers and the way human human nature has a tendency of changing you. And the best way to explain that is in the Stanford experiments with oh, that's actually another movie we should put down, The Experiment. That's a very good freaking movie. Um, but yeah, that Stanford experiment where they took, I think it was like 10 people to play guards, and I think it was like 15 or 20 people to play prisoners. It was supposed to last, I think it was supposed to last like a month or 2 months. I think it only lasted like about a week. But it shows the way human nature or the human, like the way humans like think as soon as they get authority and get a sense of power, like it changes them. And that's why I know that not everyone is fit to lead. Um, and it's a very important decision when we choose our representatives and of people that are in charge of making decisions for all of us.
Yeah.
Like, it's that part for me. But yeah.
But just a little bit more on the suppression.
Mm-hmm.
If you would have if V, okay, so you said that he gave options.
Mm-hmm.
Did he really?
Yes. Because he said, if you feel the same way as I do, then you will join me. He didn't say,
but
you all must.
No. But the context before that is, you guys put us here.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys,
So he's blaming them.
yeah. So if you guys want to fix this, then you guys join me.
Mm-hmm.
So did he really give them a choice?
Yes.
No, that is not a choice.
You always have a choice.
No, because human nature states that if you make a mistake, you try to correct it. Like, that's human nature, güey. Si tú la cagas en algo, lo tratas de corregir.
Mm.
Que lo corrijas bien o lo corrijas mal es diferente.
Yeah.
Pero tú lo tratas de corregir. So, no les dio una oportunidad de decir, ah, sí, lo voy a hacer, no lo voy a hacer. Es, puta madre, pues sí, yo voy a hacer esto porque mis hijos, porque esto, porque el otro. Yo hice esto, yo hice que mi país fuera esto. Ya no les estás dando la oportunidad, güey. Ya les estás diciendo, ustedes la cagaron, putos. Entonces, más les vale que ustedes se levanten ese día y me acompañen a mí, porque yo estoy haciendo lo que ustedes, putos, no pudieron hacer. Ya no les dio la oportunidad, güey.
Mm.
Like, if he wouldn't have said none of that and he was like, hey, I'm going to do this. If you guys feel that this is the right thing to do, join me. It would have been, I would have told you, yeah, they had a choice. But he already told them everything that they did wrong and that they need to correct. And the only way to correct it is following him. That is basically how people win elections. That is basically how people stay in power.
Mm-hmm.
By telling the other people what they did wrong and only he can correct it.
Excuse me, yeah.
I'm telling you, there is no difference between the chancellor, or yeah, right, it's the chancellor que está encargado,
Mm-hmm.
and him. It's just who we decide to pick the fight for. Either we're on this guy's side or on this guy's side.
True.
I know what side I'm on, but
Yeah, I know. I definitely know what side I'm on.
but again, there is no hero in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
There is no hero in this movie.
Yeah, CB would be considered a hero.
What? Oh, laters, man. Have a good shift.
Órale. Thank you for joining us, Smile. Smile.
So next on, we get the little... Se acaba lo que este güey dijo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y el güey, la voz, right?
Mm-hmm.
The news guy,
Mm-hmm.
he's like, oh, let's get a little camera, whatever. So he starts recording. By the time the thing ends, the cops are already like, le echan cemento a una puerta, güey. ¿Por qué le echan cemento a una puerta, güey?
I don't know, but that fucking cement fucking se secó de volada. No mames.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what type. I mean, I know definitely well that shit wasn't quick, right?
Pero, what was the purpose of the... Like, ¿para qué le echaron cemento, güey?
El cemento era para que no abrieran las puertas.
Él.
Para que las puertas del elevador no abrieran.
Pero ¿quién le puso el cemento?
Vi.
Ok. So, cuando los güeyes se están metiendo a la cabina, la explotan, right? Porque no las pueden abrir. Okay.
They unweld them. They torch cut the
Doors.
doors. Yeah.
Okay. Se mete ahí. Este güey tenía un party ahí adentro, güey. Tenía fog, tenía smoke, tenía todo, güey. Todo lo necesario para hacer sus chingaderas.
Nada
Este
más
güey
le
lo tenía
faltaba.
adentro. Sí, güey. Empiezan a sacar uno con uno. Ven que los güeyes que... O empujan a uno y le disparan. Right? Y luego ven que son hostages. Here we go again. Here we go again, Lorenzo.
Oh.
Yeah. He holds people hostage, right, for his little thing. He endangers people's lives to help himself. Okay?
The necessary evil.
Yeah, no. Innocent people, though.
Yeah. The necessary evil.
Necessary evil. Putting innocent people's lives in jeopardy is necessary evil.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. After that, entran todos, vean, lo sacan uno por uno. Este güey empuja a uno. Nos damos cuenta que Vi, pues, es el güey que tienen atrás, que ya lo sacaron a la verga. Los mata a los pinches policías. Mamalón, güey, los mata muy bien. Los mata bien bonitos. De ahí.
¿Otra zona?
Sí, güey. De ahí, we find out that there's a bomb being planted. Oh, there's a bomb planted actually in the control room. Vi usa ese tiempo para matar a los demás y para escaparse. El güey se encarga de desarmar la bomba, camina hacia afuera. En eso uno de los detectives o el asistente de los detectives es like, hey, I found you, que no sé qué, que no sé cuánto. V like gets surprised of how quick they solve the issue, pero Evie sprays peppermint, le pegan a Evie, V le pega al pinche inspector, and knocks him out. With that, we get the next scene. We get a bruised but alive Dominic watches the surveillance tapes later to find Finch, who was watching as V looks at Evie. He comments that Evie is with him now. He better for better or worse. Meanwhile, a footage of the police raid on the station broadcast that claims that the terrorist was presumably shot and killed, much to disbelief of what be spectacle a la verga. De una niña que está viendo la transmisión.
Spectator, güey. ¿Dónde andas?
No, it doesn't say spectator, güey. Be spectacled girl. Billy Cook. At the bottom. After Evie wakes up. Before Evie wakes up.
One bespectacled.
Yeah.
Sí, también, cabrón. Sí,
Sí.
ya.
Ya es lo mismo.
Sí, ya entendí.
Evie wakes up in the bed and it, that is not her own and follows the sound of music coming from the old jukebox inside an enclosed foyer. V appears behind her and explains that since she saved him but was unconscious, he made the decision to carry her to his lair. The shadow gallery, a place filled with various bits of art and culture, had previously been confiscated by Northfire. Evie thanks him and asks to be released, but V tells her she must stay here until his goal is to destroy Parliament is completed in a year's time. Otherwise, she would be quickly captured and forced to give information about V. Naturally upset by the forced containment, Evie runs to her room. Much later, Evie concedes to leave her room, and she finds V in the kitchen cooking eggs. He serves her and pours her tea, while acknowledging his sincerity in the video he sent across London. He plans to destroy Parliament not just to bring down a building, but to instill a very powerful idea in the British people, and to impress that their government should be afraid of them instead of the other way around. Me lo hubieras dado, güey, aquí lo hubiera puesto. Así. Um, anything up to here? So we're cuando le hace almorzar y que le ve las manos quemadas.
Well, yes. The only thing is one fucking great taste in decorating his underground spot, because that's something. If I'd have a man cave, that would be similar to what I'd have. Secondly, the music, freaking awesome. Very relaxing. And the eggs. I don't know if you've ever had eggs like that.
No me gustan los huevos. Es bien raro que yo coma huevos. Literally, como
Estrellados ni revueltos ni.
menos estrellados. ¿Tú sabes cuánto me van a doler?
Pero bien mamados, cabrón. No, sí. No, but no.
Lorenzo, contrólate, te está viendo tu hermana, Lorenzo.
Perdóname, carnalita. Pero pues, ya sabe qué rollo.
Yes.
I'm not the worst brother, believe me. Pero yeah, no,
Why you red, Lorenzo?
Huh?
Why you
pues
red?
es que no mames, pues you put me on the fucking spot there, brother.
Ni, güey, yo no dije nada.
You just said it. No, but it's because I was talking about eggs to eat, or eggs in a basket.
No, güey, like I really, the only time I eat egg, güey, it has to be super cold, güey. Tiene que ser como aproximadamente las 5 o 6 de la mañana, güey. Huevo con frijoles, con rajas de jalapeño en un bolillo, güey.
Su puta madre, chulada.
Sí, con las ventanas abiertas para disfrutar el frío, güey.
Un cafecito al lado,
Nah, güey,
chocolate,
no como café, güey. Pero
chocolate
coquita,
calentito.
no, una coquita, güey. Pero that's my go-to breakfast, güey, cuando está frío, güey.
Órale.
Huevo, actually frijoles con huevo, que sea más frijol que huevo. Rajas de jalapeño, queso fresco. Si ya le quiero poner chingo de chingaderas, güey, aguacatito, para que amarre bien.
Abuelo.
Bolillo, calientito. Así partido a la mitad, güey. O a la mitad, así a la larga, como si fuera un hot dog, güey. Huevito, con frijoles con huevo.
Pero el bolillo tiene que estar en pinche mantequilla, güey.
No, güey, así, nada más con que esté calientito, güey.
Recién salido.
Sí, güey. A las 5 o 6 de la mañana, cállate.
Así recién salido de la pinche panadería,
Sí, güey,
donde todavía no hace ni el crunch todavía.
Yeah, güey.
Nomás suavecito.
Like, con las ventanas abiertas así que pega el frito, güey. Uf. My favorite, güey.
La madre ya me está dando hambre.
My fucking favorite, güey. Anything else up to here?
No.
Sometimes later, we see Prothero showering in his home while watching one of his own broadcasts, repeating every word with vigor as he denounces a terrorist as a coward. V silently enters his loft with Evie's ID and confronts Prothero as he comes out of the shower. When V addresses him as Commander, Prothero suddenly recognizes him later. Finch and the other officers investigate Prothero's loft, where his body lies on the bathroom towels. Vomit besides him and a rose across his chest. During research, Finch finds out that Prothero was a very wealthy man well before his broadcasting show and is used to be a commanding officer at Larkhill, a now abandoned government facility. This is why I don't like edited shows. Because literally you're telling people that there's some things that are not going to come out there that you're trying to hide.
Mm-hmm.
Si saben, si piensan por qué el show se hace en vivo es porque todo lo que yo digo, o sea, sé que si alguien lo escucha va a haber repercusiones por esto. Pero ya lo dije.
No, well.
Hay que vivir con las consecuencias. And that's why I don't do recorded shows.
Mm-hmm. That's why we're live, guys.
Yep.
If you guys are seeing us right now,
Yep.
You guys are on the chat. It means we're live. We do not. We do play it back on YouTube, but we do not cut, edit, or
Anything.
anything. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
Literally.
Back in the Shadows Gallery, after you play about with a suit of armor, V invites Evie to watch the Count of Monte Cristo. That's a pretty good film
Yes, it is.
with him. A film about love and revenge. After the film, Evie catch. You know what? Right now that you say it, anyway, I know why you like this movie a lot. This movie is the exact same thing as the Phantom of the Opera without the government.
Hmm? No, not really. Phantom of the Opera was more of like a love, quarrels, revenge, where this is more of like a political statement, sort of anarchist
This is
sort of
revenge.
thing. Yeah. Well, it is, but revenge used in a powerful way to make a statement of everything. Yes, he is getting revenge on everybody that wronged him, but not. I don't think it's so much revenge on his part. It's revenge on all the others. Because hence why I feel the reason why I feel that way is because the altar he has for Val in the Shadow Gallery. That's the reason why I believe it's not just revenge for him, but I think he's filled with that revenge because of everybody else that he knew he was incarcerated with and knew that all of them were going through those treatments, you know, they were going through
Yeah.
those experiments, and he just luckily survived.
So,
Excuse me.
what's the Phantom of the Opera about?
The Phantom of the Opera is more of a lover's quarrel, like where he was disfigured. He he basically brought up this young girl that came to the opera house, molded her in her way, but then he got jealous because Ralph came in and like swept her off her feet because he was handsome, blah blah blah, had a lot of money. And yes, Phantom of the Opera had money, but one thing he did not have was beauty. And because of this, he embodies a monster. You know, the mentality of a monster, and wants to uh, get revenge on just the lover, though, because he doesn't want to kill her.
Yeah.
Like he's still trying to keep her, rather than here where V is trying to convince everybody, like not just E, or not just Evie. Now he's trying to convince Britain as a whole, or London as a whole.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to watch the Phantom of the Opera again. Like, no, not this.
I was gonna say, I was like, I got that motherfucker memorized, bro.
But I think there's a lot of similarities between the Phantom of the Opera and this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot, and not just a character who's disfigured and wears a mask.
Hmm. Oh, see, now I see why you said that. Yeah, because V is disfigured.
Yeah.
Then
No,
he
I'm
does wear
not
a
talking
mask.
about. Yeah, I'm not talking about that. But I think the whole movie, as it's
The whole premise.
V and Phantom of the Opera, have a lot in common. A lot.
Yeah. I guess you can say it. Yeah, they got different reasons, but yeah, their actions are basically the same. Just V's are a little bit more extended because he's got superpowers.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop Anthony Lillyman walks. Oh shit. Walks through his church, and it's okay. We don't have to really fucking talk about this. So, yeah, we already 2 movies about this shit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So basically, the bishop, we found out everything that we've been fucking talking about for the past 2-3 weeks about priest. Oh, well, the past 3 weeks.
Se
Because it was
pasó de listo el
spotlighted.
pinche viejito pedo.
Yeah. So basically, the priest se coge a niñas, right? Usualmente jóvenes que se prostituyen, right? Tiene un plug que le consigue muchachas jóvenes para coger. Aquí, a diferencia de los otros padrecitos, sabemos que son muchachas.
True.
No niñas, muchachas.
Ujú.
Que ya cambia tantito. No lo hace mejor,
Sí, no, not at all.
¿ok? Pero el gobierno sabe de esto. Porque el gobierno le cubre.
Yep.
Que básicamente es lo mismo que estamos viendo desde hace tiempo. ¿Ok? So, Ivy se mete y le dice, padrecito, antes de que me coja, porque yo no quiero coger con usted. Palabras más, palabras menos. Güey, te van a matar a la verga, güey, por estar haciendo tus pendejadas, güey. Ayúdame a mí, yo te ayudo a ti. El padrecito le dice, oh, vamos a jugar este juego donde me quieren matar, jajaja, jijiji. Entra Vi. Y luego le dice el padrecito, Ivy, no me estabas echando mentiras. Ivy le dice, por pendejo te van a matar. Y lo matan. Ivy se escapa. ¿Va? Palabras más, palabras menos, así pasó.
Así mismo.
Ah, ok.
Así
Muy bien.
mismo.
¿Algo que le quieras agregar o quitar?
No, chingar su madre el pinche padrecito.
Ah, bueno, muy bien. El padrecito valió verga. De ahí, Ivy se va para la casa de Daddy Dietrich,
Ujú.
en donde se hospeda la noche con él. No cogen, ¿verdad? Porque nos enteramos más tardecita que Daddy Dietrich es joto, o puto, o homosexual. Es la palabra que andaba buscando. Nos damos cuenta que Daddy Dietrich es homosexual. Pero le dice que él usualmente invita mujeres porque tiene que tener una reputación para el canal. Porque si no lo linchan. Si no, lo meten en las máscaras negras.
Ujú.
O la black mask. Right? O el black bag. En las
Ujú.
bolsas negras. Básicamente lo desaparecen. And the black, oh, I don't know why I told you, but not everybody knows. But the black bags is actually a reference to George W. Bush run as president, where they would get, ¿cómo se le llama, güey? Hostage, not hostages, pero like gente de otros países que están en guerra con nosotros, güey. Y
POWs, prisoners of war,
yeah, prisoners of war, y los hacían
torture.
There we go, sorry, güey.
Ujú.
Es que se me fueron las palabras.
Está bien.
Yeah, so in Georgia le ponían black bags, güey.
Mm.
And they would torture them, so they
Mm.
can speak.
Yeah.
Y luego se dieron cuenta y no, sorry, nosotros no somos así. Somos Estados Unidos. Mis pinches huevos. Y eso es lo que pasó. Por si acaso, también yo tiro para todos lados. Aceite. Nada más el presidente de México es pendejo. También los que han tenido aquí. Sí. Hablando claro, güey.
Yeah, well.
No, joder.
Sí, no, ya sé.
We also find out that Daddy Dietrich has a shitload of paintings of like homosexual paintings. Es cuando le dice de que Evie, if they find you here, you're the listing that I would be worried about. Tienen un Quran, which that is actually something that is in the real comic, or in the comic.
Got the Quran?
Yeah, the Quran. In the comic, that also has a play on the comic. Y también lo matan. Pero no se llama Dietrich, es otro character, pero es lo mismo. Lo matan. Pobrecito. En la comic y Dietrich. Lo desaparecen. Evie se brinca de una ventana. And you hear a voice. I got you. Right? That's what he says. I got you. I found you. Something like that.
Yeah, sound like that.
Okay. Then we get to the best part of the fucking movie. If I skipped anything else, I don't give a fuck.
Sí, no hay pedo.
Did I skip anything else?
Just that Finch starts investigating Lark Hill and
Yeah.
Delia.
Okay. ¿Ya mataron a la señora?
No.
Oh, okay.
So let me continue. Finch continues his investigation unabated with Dominic and focuses his attention on Lark Hill, the records of which prove to be stubborn and revealing much information. He does find that Lilleman was also stationed there as a priest for enemies of the state that were confined there. Out of the list of high-ranking officials left alive, Finch finds just one, a woman who worked as a chemist, although her name is unavailable. He then goes to see a coroner named Delia Surridge and presents her with a flower that he found on Lilliman. Delia recognizes the flower as a Scarlet Carson, thought to be extinct, but admits that she can't offer any other information. When Finch returns to headquarters, Dominic informs him that he's found out who the mystery woman is, Delia. Shocked, having just seen her, Finch leaves, hoping he's not late. Delia wakes in her bed and speaks to the shadows in her room, asking if he's come to kill her. V appears and responds yes, to Delia's relief. She converses with V, admitting fault in what happened to him, but defending her intentions, which were for the best. Though V tells her he cannot allow her to live, he reveals to have given her a quick injection while she slept, providing an easy and painless death. Delia apologizes and succumbs peacefully moments before Finch arrives to find her in bed with the Scarlet Carson in her hand and a small red notebook on her bedside table. Finch presents the notebook to Sutler, who dismisses the contents as either propaganda written by the terrorists or the ravings of a delusional ex-party member. Sutler advises Finch to forget about the journal, but Finch can't help but recall what he read. The notebook was a diary of Delia's and chronicled her start at Lark Hill 20 years prior as a medical chemist. She writes how she tested virulent drugs on vagrants and deviants of society who she found herself despising because of their pathetic disposition. She mentioned working alongside both Prothero and Lilliman. All tests on subjects proved fatal except in the case of one man who resided in room 5. In his case, though he had a near complete loss of memory, he developed quick reflexes and strength. On November 5th, the laboratory where she worked exploded violently and she escaped the compound. Saw the man from room 5 horribly burnt and roaring in anger. Evie, meanwhile, shares an evening with Gordon as he shows her the premiere of a new show he wrote that morning and uncensored by the department. She gulped her champagne as she watches Gordon welcome Chancellor Sutler to his studio while armed soldiers hold shotguns towards the audience, prompting them to applaud. Sutler is offered a glass of warm milk in reference to the real Sutler's habit of drinking one every night. A hilarious skit ensues as an actor dressed as V ties Sutler's shoelaces together while he calmly assures everyone that the terrorist has been neutralized. Upon discovering V trying to blend in the studio band, Sutler stumbles on his feet and a comedic chase progresses across the stage to the sound of yakety sax. Finally, Sutler grabs hold of V and removes his mask to reveal another Sutler copy who says that he's the real one. The both order the soldiers to open fire and are shot down while the audience laughs and the real Sutler breaks his glass in fury.
Did you catch that the Chancellor's ties were opposite colors?
Red and blue?
No, they were red and black.
Red and black? Oh, okay.
But one of them had red, black, and the other one had black, red.
Black, red. No, I didn't notice that.
So that's just very, very attention to detail and how how they see or how he saw the official stupidity and not being able to recognize who was the real Chancellor.
Touche.
Like if you go back, the pattern is different on the colors of the tie, and they're the same colors of the tie.
Same colors, it's just in different orders.
The pattern is different. Yep.
I did not notice that.
Yep.
That is crazy.
Yeah, or even the colors are the same, but the lines are different. One of them are like sideways, and the other ones are up and down. Like it has something to do with the pattern of the tie. Go back and pay attention to it.
Yeah, I will.
Did you finish the while Evie is worried stuff?
No, that's where I was starting.
Okay. So Evie is worried, right? Whatever, whatnot. Se cogen a Dietrich, a Evie la pescan, and here we go to the best fucking part of the fucking movie. Um, Evie manages to climb out of the window down the backyard, but she's apprehended and black bagged just before she can escape. When the bag is removed, she finds herself in an interrogation room with a government official, hidden in the darkness, asking her about the location of the terrorists. When she is unable to answer, she is processed. Her head is shaven and she is tortured, given rotten food, and while kept in a small cell. Question: do you really think it was rotten food? Because he's a very good cook.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I think he needed to like really paint the picture for her.
Okay. I just thought it was very well done
Mm.
food.
Yeah, well, I mean, the rat didn't even want to eat it.
Oh, true.
The rat goes, smells it, and is like, nah, never
Nah,
mind.
never mind. Mejor me muero. One day she hears a rustle from the inside one of the side walls and discovers a small note written on the toilet paper. Man, thinking about it, that toilet paper was fucking tough as fuck.
I wouldn't want to use it as
Yeah,
toilet paper.
I was about to say, like either that toilet was fucking tough as fuck, or like really sensitive pens to write on toilet paper. Um, she uses the light coming from under the door to read the note from a woman named Valerie, who tells her a brief story of her life and how she wound up confined. Valerie describes how she first fell in love with a girl in her class named Sarah. And when she was disowned by her parents for being a lesbian, she met the love of her life, Ruth. While acting in a film, they moved to London together as America's war worsened and the government began to change. Fear and persecution against anyone unworthy in Sutler's mind, including homosexuals and Muslims, led to their detainment. Wood was taken away shortly before Valerie was. She ends her note by offering some solace in the fact that while her life may be taken, she will still retain her integrity as a human being and tells the reader that, though she does not know them, she loves them. That this does not make any justice to this fucking part of the movie. Okay? Guys, if you don't even if you don't want to watch this movie, watch those fucking 10 minutes of this movie. Like that story of her. And the emotions you get of hearing her story are fucking priceless. Like I'll pay $20 to go see this movie just so I can get that shit again. Well, you know what? Fuck this. Nah, it's gone.
Calmate, calmate.
Like I fucking I am not. If you ever feel you're alone, watch this part of the movie, and you'll find the reason why you're not alone. Like this movie is very inspirational.
I see it was for you.
Like this movie has a lot of things going for it, even though it's about oppression. Like this movie has a lot of inspirational things in it. But this movie or that part of the movie, just that part alone, it's a 10 out of 10 in my eyes. ¿Dónde estamos a la verga? Ya me perdí. Oh, she loves him. Okay. Cheerfully inspired, Evie is once again brought to the interrogation room where she refuses to cooperate despite the threat of death. She's returned to her cell to await execution. An official arrives and asks Evie to give just one bit of information to save her life, but Evie says she'd rather die. The man then tells her that she now has no fear and is completely free before leaving. Confused, Evie gets to her feet and walks out of the open door. She goes down the corridor and turns to the corner and sees that she is in none other than the Shadow Gallery. V appears before her and explains that he was the one to bring her here, and Gordon was unfortunately executed once the police found the hidden room behind the wine cabinet. V tells her that while her imprisonment was a farce, it was to bring out an Evie that V experienced.
Once again, I go to put an animal or put a human in a cage, and you will release an animal.
Well, you see,
A conscious animal,
yeah,
not an uncontrolled animal. A conscious.
That you see, but that's the difference. Because people are different,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even. I would say that this is a very big exception to the rule.
Mm-hmm. Usually we put animals in cages. Usually.
Mm-hmm.
But the system that we have is flawed. And unfortunately, I've known a lot of people that
Are innocent.
wrongly get accused of things. And because they're human and they understand, I mean, how many cases haven't there been where, you know, after 20, 15, 30 years, they prove their innocence, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, now you're free to go. But that doesn't change the fact of what the person had to go through in order to see the reality of the real world, where as a regular citizen that has never gone through the process, never understands what really goes behind closed doors. And that's where you start seeing and feeling a certain type of way of people. Now, correction officers are very different from police officers. Police officers are very different from detectives. They each have their own role, and they all execute it um to the T. You know, I'm not saying I'm against police officers, because heck, you know what? If I need someone to fucking take a bullet, I guarantee you I'm gonna call someone to come and take a bullet for me. But if I have to shoot somebody, and that other person has that same liberty of calling somebody to take a bullet, then of course that person, individual or representative of the government, has now become my enemy. You know, um, so it just depends on what side it is. Um, and like I said, it's whoever calls them first. And where I was raised, I wasn't raised to call 911. Or the way I was raised. Not where, but the way.
Yeah, but here is the prime example of why we're watching this movie right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have options, or we have ways to do things civilized to not get to that extreme.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we, all of this, I am not saying I or you. I am saying we.
As general people.
Yeah. Do not comprehend that we need to do what's best for the majority. We're going to have civilized issues between each other.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Because we cannot understand that not everybody is the same. Because not everybody thinks the same. Because everybody has different opinions. And because people are opinionated differently doesn't mean that either of them are right or wrong until that's a fact. Once there's a fact, then somebody has to be right and somebody has to be wrong. Other than that, opinions can be opinions and people can think differently. That doesn't make one person better, one person worse.
Yeah. I agree.
I was about to say something, but I'm not. For example, I can say apples are the best fruit there is out there. You can say no, strawberries are. I am not gonna go fucking fight with you over fucking strawberries and apples. And this goes to as little as fruits and food to as big as government. Okay? It's the same shit. In government, just because I say my party or whatever party I belong to or whatever party I want to believe in is better than yours, that is my opinion. Okay? Now, I can tell you the president is doing this, this, and this, and this. And then you can tell me, okay, but he's also doing this, this, and this. I can see all the negatives about a president. You can see all the positives about a president, but those are facts. Those are facts. That doesn't mean that you're better or that I'm better. They're just facts. The president's doing good things. The president's doing bad things. That should not lead to a fucking argument where somebody gets shot. Now,
I agree.
Now, if I have a son or I have a daughter, and one of the kids punches my son or my daughter, my son decides to punch them back. And then my son gets in trouble because people couldn't do their fucking job. and I decide to kill the person who doesn't do their fucking job, I should not be penalized. Neither should my daughter, because you, asshole, did not do your fucking job. And that is a fact. That is not an opinion. If you cannot protect children from other children, you shouldn't be fucking working with children.
Mm-hmm.
And the easiest way to get rid of you, we do not condone violence, is literally getting rid of you.
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. I just wanted to get that off my chest. I don't have children, but anyway, just in case somebody's going through it.
Yeah. Neither do I, guys.
Te lo dijo Chino. Hashtag. Sí, yo fui.
Nada, chingar su madre.
Sí, mándalos a la verga. Principalito el pedo.
Vamos a chingar su madre.
¿Qué falta, güey? Oh, another part. You see, bueno, de aquí nos vamos a...
Ahí te puse otras, güey, si quieres.
¿Qué, güey?
Ahí te puse más allá abajo.
Oh, thank you.
¿Quieres el Laura? Cada madre, güey. Hasta que te quedes chimuelo vas a quedar contento. Su pinche madre, bartender.
Okay. ¿Qué, güey?
No, digo, parezco pinche bartender.
Let me see. Where the fuck did we leave off? Evie angrily retorts, claiming the inability to feel anything anymore, and collapses to the ground. Short of breath, V catches her and confronts her, asking her to remember the atrocities committed against her and her family, and recall that she felt when she said she'd rather die than give in. But Evie begs to be let outside. Feeling faint, V takes her to the roof where it is raining. Before he can cover her with a blanket, Evie steps out into the rain and raises her arms, laughing in a moment of pure releases, just as V once did. I thought this was fucking cheesy. I could have been left without this in the movie. No joke. Because he's underground. How the fuck did he... What roof is he climbing to? He's underground.
Mm-hmm.
What roof is he climbing to?
Could have been an underground.
She's fainting, Lorenzo.
Hmm?
She's fainting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. By the roof that we see,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a 2-story building.
Mm-hmm.
This means that this person that's fainting, that cannot breathe, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Talking as a fat person here, climbed stairs.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
Climbed stairs, fainting, unable to breathe. Let's say about 10 stories high, minimum.
You never know. He could have carried her to the very end.
Lorenzo.
She walks out right now, but he could have carried her to the very end.
Okay,
Like
he,
right
carried,
at the
okay
foot.
he carried her. She was still not breathing, Lorenzo. He's underground.
But it
So
was
you
her
mean to tell me-
asthma. It was her asthma. Like,
I concur.
what's going on, Peter? I didn't know that was him.
Okay, so you're telling me that he's underground from a building.
Mm-hmm.
That building has not noticed that there's an underground entrance, or there's an entrance to an underground building, or to an underground layer. That's the part I don't get.
So remember
The 5th of November?
yes, the gunpowder treason and blood. No, what I'm saying is remember that alley or that train track that he used was a train track that was no longer in service.
Yes.
So remember that these towns, especially a town something like London, will have underground caverns and alleyways that were used in way before our times.
Yes.
And now those caverns aren't always readily available for the general population. Now, if you do your research and you learn,
say now, just kidding.
no, but if you do your research and you start doing things, so it's just like the Paris catacombs, where it's where at least the Paris catacombs are some of the most popular known um, caverns available. But heck, San Antonio has them, Austin has them, Dallas has them. A lot of people don't even know about these because they're not a tourist attraction. Like it's not these sort of um like they're not like the highlights of the town. Like no, they want to go and see like if they're gonna go see natural caverns, they're gonna go to the natural caverns. They're not gonna go to like unattended. They're like old abandoned mines. Just because they are not an active mine does not mean that those mines and those caverns aren't there. It's just not. They don't have a big ass sign. Hey, come and check us out. So that's where I'm saying like it could have been one of those old spots, and he just had the knowledge of it. Because remember, once again, how did Guy Fawkes try to blow up Parliament?
Yeah, no,
He
no.
went underground.
Yeah.
And
No,
he tried
sí,
to blow
todo
up
eso
from
te lo doy, güey.
underground.
Aquí mi pedo es, este güey, a lo que tú me estás diciendo,
Ujú.
este güey está abajo de un edificio que no tiene gente.
No, trae gente.
¿Cómo chingado se subió Lorenzo sin que nadie lo viera?
What time of day was it?
It was probably in the afternoon.
No, when they go up to the roof.
Well, we can't tell because it's stormy at night.
It's dark.
It's dark. Pero como que, güey, se tienes que escuchar a la pendeja. Porque no
Sí,
podía
güey,
respirar,
pero,
güey.
pues, what if it's in the, like, what if it, look, there's many possibilities. What if it's an abandoned building? What if it's a business building that doesn't have,
Todo te lo doy, güey. Todo, ok, yo te entiendo. Todo te lo doy. El pedo es, if it's populated, nunca he notado que hay un pinche underground.
okay.
Alright. Because literally, ella sale. No vemos cómo sale, pero sale de ahí. Y entra. So sabe cómo entrar.
Yeah.
Ok. 2. Por lo que me imagino, güey, es de que ha de estar en un lugar solo, güey, donde ya las train tracks estén bloqueadas por abajo. Right? O que piensen que estén bloqueadas y que ya no vienen a checar. Que esté aislado. Donde está él. 3. Puede ser cualquier puta hora del día, güey. Ok. La chava no puede respirar. No me importa si él la cargó o no, güey. Ok, vamos a ponerlo así. ¿Has visto una persona hacer un asthma attack? ¿Se le quita rápido?
No.
La persona que le paga un asthma attack, ¿qué es lo primero que hace? Se deja de mover.
Starts wheezing.
Yeah.
No se deja de mover, it starts wheezing.
Yeah. Pero no empieza a correr, no empieza a caminar.
No.
¿Por qué? Porque le falta aire. Right? Okay. No se miraba que traía un tanquecito de aire esta chava. So, la cargó él.
Pero también es lo que me sorprende, güey. Todo ese pinche tiempo, güey, que estuvo encarcelada y nunca tuvo que usar el pinche...
No. Pero
sea,
lo que me voy es... Ella ya no podía respirar, güey.
I think that was more of like an anxiety attack rather than an asthma attack.
No. Oye, güey. So, I'm guessing the attack was because she realized that she doesn't feel anymore. Right? Because she doesn't feel anymore, she started getting an attack. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is not me.
Anxiety. Like, oh shit. Panic.
Yeah, it was like a panic
Like, what's
attack.
wrong with me?
Yeah, it was
What's
a
wrong?
panic attack. So, no podía respirar, güey. Volvemos a lo mismo. Caminó, güey, para poder respirar aire fresco, porque aparentemente nomás podía respirar aire fresco, güey. La cargaron, lo que tú quieras. Y ya para cuando llegó arriba, güey, ya no tenía el ataque.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah, no, I get
Like, by the time she got up there, she didn't have an attack. She just felt free. That's why I said I can do without this part in the movie. Like, no, it didn't make any sense to me. It made sense the part that she got an attack because she figured out she doesn't have feelings anymore. Or she doesn't feel anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Eso lo entiendo. What I don't understand was the part at the roof. It was too fucking cheesy. It was her and rain, him and fire. The opposites attract. I get everything that they try to tell me there.
Symbolism. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like it just didn't need it. We didn't need it. Because it made her look weak after they built her up to be very strong. Like it weakened her. Because it showed her she was vulnerable again. We just went through the whole fucking show or through a whole fucking scene of her not being vulnerable or her getting out of her vulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
And then in a matter of 30 seconds, she was vulnerable again. She needed a man to help her. When we just got out of this,
Mm-hmm.
she needed him to help her to let her be free again.
Mm-hmm.
Because she could have easily stormed out by herself.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's already been in there and gotten out of there by herself. But no. She needed somebody to help her. That made her vulnerable again. ¿Sí me entiendes?
Mm-hmm.
¿Ya me entiendes?
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, por eso no me gustó. Like, that part, I could have done with that part. And I'm just talking about the part in the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get the symbolism. I get the whole her and him, the same person, because he made her like that.
The yin and yang, the
Yeah.
female
Todo
and the
eso lo
male,
entiendo. It just didn't
fire
need
in the
it.
water. Mm-hmm.
It would have been a much stronger character if she would have been like, okay, like you did this to me. Like, I very much dislike you at this time. But I understand why you did it. I need to go because I am not you. I'll be back whenever we need to finish this off. Boom. Vámonos a la guerra. You didn't need her to be weak again.
Mm-hmm.
You just built her to be you built her to be strong like him, like emotional wise, and you destroyed all of that in a matter of 30 seconds.
Mm-mm. So, see, I see the way you see it there. But the way I see it is, yes, she was strong while she was in her cage. As soon as she's let out, she's no longer behind that cage, that imprisonment. Her old emotions start popping back. And what does it take for him to say or do, hey, breathe, get back into fucking reality, snap the fuck back out, and remember what the fuck you just went through, and realize that you're a lot stronger than what the person you used to be. It's just learning is remembering.
But my issue here is it doesn't take you 30 seconds to change back to your old self. Like, it does not take 30 seconds to take. No lo vamos tan lejos, güey. Si tuviste una terapia intensiva, right? Vamos a ponerlo así, güey. Let's put it to you this way. You break your leg. Sorry, Peter, I'm not trying to use you as an example. But you break your leg, right?
Qué oído negro.
You break your leg. You go through therapy, right? You do everything that you go through therapy.
It
takes like about 3-6 months, 8 months, 10 months,
Peter, right?
whatever time it takes to go to therapy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then they tell you, trust your knee again, trust your knee again, trust your knee again. It doesn't take you 30 seconds to trust your knee again.
Mm-hmm.
It takes over time you start to become the person you were before,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you stop being in that confinement of therapy.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot of time for you to trust yourself to be the person you were before. Mm-hmm. It does not take 30 seconds. Si no, acaba la therapy, güey. Déjame ir a correr a la verga. No puedes, güey. Like bones, your feelings, whenever they're broken or whenever they are built differently or whenever they are worked differently, it doesn't take 30 seconds to be the person you were before. It takes you. You can't go back to be the person you were before. That's why a lot of people relapse.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not after 30 seconds. This movie made a very strong character for 10 minutes. Okay? 10
They made
minutes.
Peter go away.
Like, they built a character up 10 minutes or 5 minutes. And then they broke her down
Mm-hmm.
to her bare core in 30 seconds. Why are you building a fucking character if you're going to break them down in 30 seconds? Because again, she just said before she threw herself on the floor, the reason why she got her anxiety attack or the attack that she got was, oh my God, I don't feel anymore. She realized she doesn't have feelings.
Mm-hmm. She's numb.
Yes. And then she needs help to keep going. When she didn't need help.
But she didn't need help.
Yeah, because if she wouldn't need help, if she wouldn't have need help, she would have gotten up. You're like, okay, ya me calmé. Sí, ok. Ya vamos a caminar a ver. Compadre, yo te entiendo. Entiendo lo que me estás tratando de decir. Like, nos vemos aquí, güey, después. Porque yo no te ocupo a ti, güey. Ya lo que tú hiciste, ya me lo hiciste. Ya entendí lo que tú quieres de mí. Y gracias. Déjame vivir a mí, güey. Tú por tu lado, yo por el mío. Vengo contigo cuando vamos a terminar este pedo, güey. Bailamos lo que tú, una cumbia si quieres, guapachosa. Pero hasta ahí, güey. Déjame a mí seguir viviendo. Y déjame a mí caminar mi camino. No me oprimas a hacer lo que tú quieres que yo sea. De eso. Eso es. Porque, fast forward a little bit, what happens whenever she goes to the grocery store? She drops the money, a friend sees her. She looks straight into her eyes. She was very nervous, but the friend didn't realize it. Like, she basically tells V, like, everything you did changed me. Like, we could have gotten that without gotten the, take me upstairs because I need to breathe part.
Yeah. Yeah, I see where you're going with it.
Like, it's just, de nada sirvió el character build up después de eso.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh wait, we're almost done. Right?
Yeah.
So, ya se murió la señora, ya se murió la señora.
Sí.
¿Quién nos falta por matar, güey? Ah, no, pues ya después de esto, then we start getting, el inspector ya empieza a sacar todo, güey. Al inspector le dicen, primo, no saques ese libro a la verga, quémalo y olvídate de lo que viste en el libro de la señora. Vemos que V contacta a Creed y le dice, primo, yo ocupo al Chancellor para poder que venga para acá para abajo y tú me lo entregas a él, lo matamos, o lo matas, o lo hacemos garras y you can have me. Right? That's the premise of the ending of the movie. But before all of that, we see this inspector, or si es el, no, ¿qué es? El pinche, el cop.
The mysterious man?
No, the cop. El cop. Finch.
Mm-hmm.
We hear him play out everything that's going to happen. And we hear him piece out everything that he's learned about this from everything that he put together. Something that the investigator, something that the investigator does properly. Finally, we see an investigator who does shit properly here. And we start playing the final of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
We start realizing that if this shit, the only thing that needs to happen is for the government to be pushed a little, or for them to make a little mistake, for the people to get behind V. And what happens? They shoot a little girl, broad daylight, who's wearing a V mask, and they turn on the fucking government. Dun, dun, dun. Right? ¿Palabras más, palabras menos?
No.
¿No? ¿Sí o no? ¿Sí o no qué, güey?
No, cabrón.
¿No qué?
No tengo palabras.
No, güey. Like,
Sí,
pero...
ahí vas.
Ah, ok.
Sí, pues es que no estás siguiendo la script.
Yeah, no. Uh, Rockwood way. Rockwood is part of the conspiracy of the 1605.
Mm-hmm.
Rockwood basically puts all the story together, Rockwood actually gives Finch everything that Finch needs to know, so Finch can put the story together. Like Finch has all the names. This man's gonna tell him a story without any names. ¿Te falta una?
Sí. A ver, I knew I liked you for a reason.
What?
Digo, I knew I liked you for a reason.
As the 5th of November nears, thousands of crates are delivered throughout the London, including to Finch. He opens the box to discover a customer with a black coat, cloak and hat and fox mask. The little bespectacled girl seen earlier probably wears her costume on the streets, but Suller decrees that anyone seen wearing them will be arrested on sight. Finch speaks on Dominic in private, speculating that what follows will be that V wanted all along. Complete and utter chaos. Everything in part of a plan. Um, Everything is part of a plan, a grand scheme that was put into effect before the government had even fully formed, even before Larkhill. And when someone does something stupid, everything will fall apart. This is speculation and metaphorically shown as die falling into place within a large arrangement that V sets up on the floor of his gallery while citizens across London begin to riot. The bespectacled girl is shot down by a fingerman and in her costume, and though he displays his Norse Fire badge and enraged adult, he is mercilessly beaten. The Norse Fire Party convents what happened? Oh,
No, I love that part
yeah.
where he gets beaten.
The Nosferatu party convenes for the last time in front of a cellar where he fumes over their inability to capture the terrorists. He proclaims that should anything happen to Parliament, the only thing that will change will be that he reads Creedy's resignation the following morning instead of the newspaper. He then demands amid claims that record arrests are being made. That record arrests are being made. That the citizens of the nation need to be reminded of why they need the government. Y es donde empiezan a enseñar todo lo malo que ha hecho o todo lo bueno que ha hecho el gobierno.
Yeah.
Anything up to here?
Nothing. I just love the fact that now being put under pressure, the general population starts understanding, hey, now we're being controlled. Now they're waking up to, hey, they are telling us what to think, how to think, when to think, how to act, when to act. And that's the only part I like.
So, I don't know if you paid attention to this or not.
Mm-hmm.
But V got a hold of the ears, no, of the eyes
Mm-hmm.
and of the hands
Mm-hmm.
of the body.
Yeah.
So, that's how he was able to destroy the brain.
Mm-hmm.
He got to control what the
You
eyes
have
saw.
no balance with your ears.
Oh.
You've got no footing with your limbs, without your limbs. Or it's very difficult to have them.
Yep. While V heads to the dark section underground to meet Creedy with his most trusted soldiers, Sutler gives a speech to emergency broadcast systems throughout London, urging people to stay in their homes and vowing swift justice against anyone. Oh wait, my bad. I skipped something.
Yeah. Avery returns to the Shadow
Yeah,
Gallery.
Every returns to the Shadow Gallery on the eve of the 5th of where V is musing over his music. He admits that he never expects to see her again and asks her to dance. She asks to see his face, since she still knows nearly nothing about him, but he affirms that the face he has is not who he really is. He then says he has something to give her and leads her out of the gallery to an abandoned subway tunnel beneath the building. There he sits a train filled with explosive, which V says will course along its track straight to Parliament. As long as Evie decides it should, V says that the decision to move forward should be the people's to make, not his. He will meanwhile go to meet his fate. I begs him to stay. Oh, Evie begs him to stay, kissing him, but he solemnly refuses and disappears down the tunnel.
Stop. Now this is where I tell you, this is where he gives control to the people and to Evie. Ultimately, up to Evie. Yes, go ahead.
But Evie is not the same Evie that we saw from the beginning. Evie
True.
is not the people's anymore. Evie
True.
is his.
No,
Yes. Evie is what he made of her. Yes, Evie now understands why he made her.
he just gave her a different point of view.
No. He made sure he made sure that her point of view was not rotten or decided upon what other people thought except his.
But right here, he tells Evie, it's not up to him. It's if the people show up,
No.
then it'll go through.
No. It's for her to decide. She is the people, but she is not the people no more. She is not the people no more. She is his.
She's been returned to the people for
No. Yeah,
months now.
but if she would have been from the people, she wouldn't have returned to him. You see, if it was up to the people, okay, if it was up to the people, then he would have not confined her to understand what he's talking about. Go ahead.
Then why do the people show up?
The people show up
He
because
changed Evie. He changed Evie, but the people.
yeah, the people show up. I told you why from the beginning. He told the people, "You guys did this. Like you
Gave
guys
him a
did
whole
this."
year to contemplate and
Yeah,
and
and everything kept on
understand.
getting worse. More things came up. But the people started to realize, hey, this is what we did. You plant a seed in somebody's head. All they need to do is realize what you need to see.
And I go back to the very beginning of the film when Guy Fawkes is underground. She says, because Evie is narrating that Evie or that V had told her that it's not the man that you follow, but it's the idea, because the man can be destroyed,
Yeah,
but the idea can never be destroyed.
yeah. And the idea here is the same idea that he planted on her. Okay, so vamos a decir esto, güey. Let's say he never, que nunca la secuestró
Mhm.
y que nada más la dejó hacer las cosas como ella quisiera.
Mhm.
She wouldn't have done that.
She would have never seen his point of view
Exactly.
because she had never been
Exactly.
through that
So
situation.
it was not up to the people. If he left her in charge of it, was because she's not seeing the people walk. She's underground.
He just merely put her in the same position that they had put her, and without anything else, he let her decide. Hey, do
Lorenzo.
you think this is just?
Lorenzo. In a control group, right? You know what a control group
Yeah.
is?
Yes.
Okay. If you have a control group of one, is that a control group? No.
No, because it's not a group.
Exactly. It's just you. Si yo a ti todos los días te digo, güey, no sé, una pendejada, güey. El zacate rojo. No, es verde.
But it's the same. It's the same thing as a placebo effect, because it works in both ways.
Pero ahí te va, güey. Pero siendo una sola persona, güey, no es lo mismo.
Yes, it is.
No, porque yo puedo tener un grupo de 10, güey. Vamos a cambiarlo. Tenemos un grupo de 10. Y yo a todos les digo lo mismo todos los días. Right?
Mhm.
Todos los días. De esos 10, güey, no todos van a hacer lo mismo.
Mathematics dictates that 50% of them will change their mind.
50.
Mm-hmm.
So if you only have one, what's your percentage?
It's a toss of the coin.
No, it's 100%.
No, it's not.
Okay, let me put it to you this way. The Price is Right has 3 doors, right?
That's not the placebo effect. Though.
No, but the Price is Right has 3 doors.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You choose one, or you choose one, right? They open one, and it's not
It's
working.
not 50% though. That's
Okay.
33.33.
So now there's two.
33%.
So now there's two. Do you switch your answer or not?
So technically, he did the same thing.
So no, it's not.
He released her the first time when she went to play out the little girl
y él la secuestró.
again. Yes,
No.
to give her that second choice.
But he
Hey,
didn't
you
have
know
an
what?
op-
You passed.
But she
You
didn't give.
passed.
But she
trial
didn't give him
one.
an option. He didn't give her an option to come back.
Do they give you an option in The Price is Right?
Yes.
So then he did give her an option.
No, he didn't give her an option.
That
He didn't-
second
he didn't give
option was given to her where you decide whether you want
No,
to
no,
do it or not.
La dejó ir. He didn't give her an option to come back.
She came back on her own.
The third time. But the second time, él la fue a secuestrar, güey. When she jumped out of the window, that is not an option. Él la hizo, güey. Él le dijo, él la hizo pasar por una trauma para poder que ella viera lo que él quiso que ella viera. Y luego le dijo, y luego, sí, y luego le digo, güey, tienes la opción. ¿Qué opción le estás dando si ella ya está viendo todo como tú quieres que ella lo vea?
Ya lo había visto de la otra manera.
No.
Porque ya había vivido toda su vida entera de la manera que el otro equipo.
Pero si no lo hubiera secuestrado, güey, no hubiera tomado la decisión.
Pues no, claramente, porque el otro equipo
Exactamente.
la tenía.
Él oprimió lo que ella era antes para convertirla en lo que él quisiera que fuera. Ella te lo dice al último. Él es él es yo, él eres tú, él es todos. Porque él ya la convenció de que él estaba bien, güey. No es que ella quería, o no es la opción de ella decir, pues está bien o está mal. Él ya me hizo entender que como se tenían que hacer las cosas, estaba bien. That's a dictator. He dictated to her everything that she wanted, what he wanted for her to feel. Mande.
And what was Adam Sutler doing?
Por eso te digo, they're an exact image, güey, of each other. It just depends what you think was done properly.
Good and evil.
No. They're the same people, güey. Este güey oprimió a una persona, güey, para hacer el trabajo de él. Porque la gente no destruyó nada, güey. La gente no destruyó nada. Caminaron.
La gente
fue a ver.
Dio the support. They went
Lorenzo,
to the support.
Él jamás vio a la gente, Lorenzo.
But he knew what
No,
was coming.
No. You cannot assume that he knew because he was never seeing the people.
Predicted.
He never saw the people.
Mm-hmm.
Neither did Evie. Because they could have all been home.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing would have played out the same way. Because he oppressed her past to make her live his future.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. What do you guys think? Give me a quick sec. Let me take a restroom break real quick.
Yeah. So, let me finish it off. So, básicamente de aquí, ya nada más vemos. So, ¿cómo se llama el puñetas? El Chancellor. Bueno, no. Creedy takes the Chancellor underground to where we see V, right? And then they shoot Creedy shoots the Chancellor. And then Creedy tells V to turn himself in. V tells him that he's gonna kill Creedy. Creedy asks him, and how do you pretend that's gonna happen? Or how do you see that happening? Play out. V tells him that with his hands. And then he's like, my these people, the fucking cops have guns. He's like, yeah, but by the time they reload, they're gonna be dead. So le disparan a V. Este güey sobrevive. Empieza a aventar los cuchillos. Fun fact, like Lorenzo said in this part, everybody else is moving in slow motion. Este güey se está moviendo en real motion. O paso normal. Y era para salvar, guardar dinero o ahorrar dinero. So, eso fue lo que pasó. Y um, this is actually Lorenzo's favorite part, right?
Yes, sir.
So go for it. Anything that you gotta say on here? Defiéndete.
¿Dónde?
The final part, one.
Okay, hold on. Let me read
Yeah,
it.
because I'm not gonna make any just like yeah. I didn't care that. By this part, like I'm already.
Where are you at? Evie waits for him to.
No. Yeah, we're armed guards surround Parliament.
Meanwhile, armed guards surround Parliament but cannot get in touch with anyone of authority. Soon they see a massive mob of people walking towards them, all clad with fox maxes or costumes. Without a voice to give orders, they are forced to put down their weapons and allow people to walk past them. Finch finds his way into the subway and discovers Evie at the controls to the train. She had placed V on a bench inside the train, arms crossed and and covered in roses. She tells Finch that the country needs more than a building now. It needs hope as she pulls the lever and steps out of the train. As the car moves forward, she leads Finch to the roof where they have a clear view of Parliament in front of them and all the people convened. Parliament explodes in a radiant display to Tchaikovsky's overture. Finch asks who V was. Evie says that he was her brother, father, mother, and friend. He was you, he was me, he was all of us. Setting in her words that V represents the whole country, finally strong enough to take back its freedom. The citizens in front of Parliament remove their masks, revealing Gordon, Ruth, Valerie, and
La niña que
girl,
mataron
la
a la verga.
niña de lentes, and all who's dreamed of freedom and finally received it. Evie gives a closing narration stating, "No one will ever forget that night and what it meant for the country, but I will never forget the man and what he meant for me." As several red fireworks launch in a V formation symbolizing the man who gave that country hope. The screen fades to black and credits roll. So, yeah, go ahead.
Can I?
Yeah.
All of this was an imagination of him.
Come on.
Who did we see taking off their mask?
Mm-hmm. You see Gordon, you see
Ruth
Ruth,
and
see-
Valerie.
yeah.
¿Qué le pasó a Ruth and Valerie en la historia de él?
Well, Ruth and Valerie were the lesbians.
And they died.
Mm-hmm.
So why are they alive?
It's a representation. It's a.
No.
It says right there.
The citizens in front of Parliament removed their mask.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that those are people alive.
Correct.
Revealing Gordon, Ruth,
Mhm.
Valerie, and the glasses girl.
Mm-hmm.
And all those who dreamed of freedom and have finally received it.
Mm-hmm.
That means that they're alive, Lorenzo.
No, because it's a representation. It's a representation of those who have fallen. It's a analogy for respect of all of those who have fallen, and having given their ultimate sacrifice in order to give the rest of the country what it truly needed.
Lorenzo, I don't think that his stories were real. We never see him.
Gordon was. The little girl with glasses was.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
But I
only
don't think they
ones-
never
the-
died.
Hmm?
I don't think they ever died. And I don't think the other two girls, their story that he made up were real.
Ruth and Valerie.
Yes. I don't think they were real.
I think that's I
Like,
think that's just
'cause-
assimilation though. I think that's just
Why?
like
So if they are dead, why would they put? Because remember, this is the first thing that I brought to your attention.
Mhm.
We never see him.
I actually see Val and Ruth.
Yeah, we never see him with her while they're in there.
Do you see air?
The who?
Do you see air?
Air? Yes.
You see it
Yeah. Right now, you were smoking. We saw the smoke and we saw the air floating around.
without any
I
external.
can feel it.
Do you see it?
No, but I can feel it. But the whole point is
Same thing in words.
no.
Same thing in words.
No.
You don't
The thing
see
is,
it.
no.
but
Not
you
about the words.
feel-
No,
you-
not about the
you
words.
just said you told me yourself that that's your favorite
What?
scene. And if you're ever feeling lonely, go back and play the scene.
Yeah. But I think he made up that scene. Like, I think he made up what he was saying in there. Like,
But was the feeling true to you?
no. The feeling is true. Like, that's not. I'm not talking about the feeling. I'm talking about the story itself. Like, he made it up so people could believe, or so Evie could believe his idea. Like, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the scene. I'm not talking about how it made you feel or whatnot,
Mhm.
because that's the whole purpose of why he wrote it. Right? Like, the whole purpose of why he wrote it was to have somebody.
You're still assuming that he wrote it.
Lorenzo, why would they show people that are dead alive at the end of the movie, walking with others?
Symbolism. Same reason why they show that scene at the rooftop.
Okay. But those, okay, with the rooftop, sabemos que esos dos personajes están vivos. Like, V and Evie are alive. We just went through the whole scene of why Valerie and Ruth are dead.
Mhm.
To see them at the end, I get if you want to see it symbolism, I doubt it was symbolism. I doubt it was that. He lied in order to accomplish what he wanted to get, which was the people to do the right thing, in his eyes, to turn on the government.
Okay, so let me put it to you in this way. What
No,
if
nah, just kidding.
what if you're okay, so do you believe the Holocaust was real? Do you believe
Yeah.
Adolf Hitler went and did those terrible things to all
Not by
that?
himself, but yeah.
Well, ultimately it was his word,
Yeah,
his
Pero
actions.
físicamente él no lo hizo, pero sí lo
Mhm.
hizo.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
he
under
did cheat.
his
Yeah.
authority, or his command.
Yeah.
Now, if you didn't see those people, how do you feel for those people?
Well, bad. Sad, actually. Not bad. I feel sad for them.
Unjust. There was an injustice that was caused to them. Something that they did not need to go through.
Yeah.
You know. So this is the exact same way that I'm saying. Now, let's remember this is a movie.
Yeah, no,
This
you
is-
remember this is a movie.
No, I am. I am.
Yeah.
You don't see me out here fucking blowing up fucking Twin Towers and Pentagon. You know what I mean? Like you're not seeing me blow up these things. And like it's you have to see through, you have to read between the lines.
Like, I get. Okay. O sea, déjame decirte, güey. Entiendo lo que me estás tratando de decir. De que es una forma de mostrar, güey, que ya tienen. Que ellos ya pueden estar en paz porque se hizo justicia por ellos.
Correct.
Right? That's what you're trying to tell me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you that they didn't go through what we saw them go through. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they did not go through. So you're saying, okay, so para poner las dos cosas de pretexto, no es que tú estés bien o yo esté bien, güey.
Yeah, no, I'm
So
not saying I'm right.
tú estás diciendo, ellos pasaron por eso y esto está simbolizando que ya tienen justicia.
Mhm.
Ok, yo te estoy diciendo que esto jamás pasó. Que lo que le pasó a esas personas jamás pasó. Él lo creó para poder que pasara. Para poder convencer a alguien de que lo que él estaba haciendo era correcto. Because even at this,
Okay, but see, the reason why I contradict that is why would they pass Gordon and why would they pass the spectacle girl?
because Finch,
Mm-hmm.
he's going through his head where he's saying what needs to happen is, and then we get the scene in his head.
Yeah. And Finch says what the people don't, or what the people don't, or the people don't need a building. What they need is.
Pero it's just a thought in Finch's thing of what needs to happen, way. He never says that it goes through, way. Go watch. Ponle atención a lo que dice la movie. Por eso te digo. Porque I watched it again last night. Was it last? Yeah, I watched it again last night. And I'm like, wait a fucking moment.
I'll go back. I'll
Like,
go back and
because
I'll watch
Finch,
it again.
yeah,
in
because
your
Finch,
eyes.
yeah, because Finch is saying what needs to happen is,
Mm-hmm.
and then he starts portraying what needs to happen in his words, y es lo que está pasando en la screen. Jamás dice que sí pasa. Güey.
Mm-hmm.
So that's us. Vamos a decir that we're left to guess whether it's true or not.
Yeah, it gives you that alternative ending.
Yeah. So once we see the girl alive, it's like nunca pasó. Porque nunca dice que va a pasar, güey. Y luego dice, oh, I don't know what it, and it continues. Like, por eso te digo, like, there's a lot of little things that I think V controls in order for him to get Evie to go his way. Por eso te digo, al principio de la primera vez que vi estas movies, I was like, oh, V is the hero. V is a hero. V is a hero. The more I watch this movie, the more I think that him and the Chancellor
You
are
see
the
him as the,
exact same thing. I'll put it to you this way. If V would have been alive, he would have done the same thing as the Chancellor did. Over time.
I don't think so.
He would have gotten corrupted by himself over how much power he would have gotten. Because remember, the Chancellor started as a good person, way, and over time he became what he became.
How many years went by
Like
past
eight
Larkhill's incident?
Pero ese no era el Chancellor.
I know. But you're saying that he would have gotten power hungry
Over time.
over time.
Yeah, over time.
How long did it go from Larkhill to
No sé, güey.
exactly? So you're talking about years.
Yeah.
Because Larkhill was already a buried incident that had happened.
Well, actually, it had to be between 8 and 15 years. Porque después de Larkhill, le cambian el nombre a la señora, y la señora comes back like 4 years. And she was working there for like about 8 years or 10 years. So between 6.
Yeah, give or take 15.
Yeah. But, so with that.
So in 15 years, having these superhuman abilities of being able to run fast and do all of these things, what did he do? He just premeditated and came up with a plan. And even in that plan, once he knew that they were going to come in. He knew that Creedy was going to come and black bag him. And he knew Creedy was smart enough not to come alone. So, of course, he's going to have a fucking gang of goons that are going to come down there and fucking try to get him. So he's willingly sacrificing himself And that's why he ultimately gives Evie the option of, hey, you decide. This is not going to be up to me because I already know what my destiny is. It's not that I know I'm going to get out of this. It's I know what the hell. I know what the hell what life holds for me.
Okay, but I don't think that he waited over time just to wait.
Oh yeah, I know.
He
He
needed
he methodically planned everything out.
no. He needed for the government to make enough mistakes to blame the people of who they chose. Because
Yeah, just let people show their true colors.
no. But the thing
Let
is,
government show their true
yeah.
colors in
Pero
order for them.
okay, pero ahí te va. At the beginning, the speech he gives at the beginning
Mhm.
was: ustedes como gente pendeja dejaron que esto pasara y ustedes eligieron esto. Porque la culpa at the beginning of the film, la
Mhm.
culpa es de él le echa la culpa a la gente.
Mhm.
Okay, he's not different. It would be a different thing if he would go straight for the government because he didn't need to wait for the people. The government already did stupid shit before. He could have gone straight for it with them, but he needed all the pieces for him and for the people to start believing because he was never gonna do it on his own. None of this was done on his own. He needed Evie because he was not gonna come back to blow up the parliament. He needed somebody to be faithful to him, to believe in him, period. Because if not, he would have gotten anybody else from the street that was going to go walk. He's like, hey, you believe in me, right? Vente tú, güey. You're going to blow up parliament. But no. Because if he would have gotten one of those, the person would have been like, I'm not going to blow up parliament. Like, it's my choice. I'm not going to blow up parliament.
Yeah.
But Evie was already seeing everything through his eyes. That's why I'm saying it was not an option. Evie was going to do it. Se escucha bonito.
Mhm.
Lorenzo, eso sí es fácil, güey. Trago cigarros, ¿verdad? Yo sé que fumas.
Mhm.
Se escucha bonito decir, ¿quieres uno? Si yo sé que fumas, no que
Mhm.
no has dejado de fumar, nena. Si yo sé que fumas, güey, se escucha muy bonito decir, güey, ¿quieres uno, güey? A saber de qué, ten, güey. Ay.
Me lo ofreces en la mañana y al menos que tenga un café,
No.
no te lo acepto.
Pero si yo ya sé, güey.
Si no tengo una cerveza, si no tengo un café en la mano, no te acepto el cigarro. Y al contrario, if I smell cigarettes, if I smell someone else smoking cigarettes,
Ok. Pero si yo sé,
me da asco.
pero si yo sé que fumo, güey. Si
Ujú.
yo sé que fumamos, como ahorita, ¿ok? Que estamos fumando, estamos tomando.
Ujú.
Se escucha bien bonito decirte. Es una opción que tú vas a decir. Pero yo sé que lo vas a aceptar, güey, porque yo sé que es una opción. Para ti, tú estás diciendo, este güey me está dejando elegir. Yo no te estoy dejando elegir, güey. Yo sé que lo vas a agarrar.
You're playing on someone else's weakness,
Yes.
is what you're saying.
Yes. That is what V did. V did this throughout the whole movie.
Yes, he did.
It is not a choice if you know what they are going to do. It is not a choice. Si tú ya sabes lo que la persona va a hacer, güey, no es una opción. Se escucha bonito decir, te dejo elegir, pero tú ya sabes lo que van a hacer. All they need is a little push. And he gave them that little push by blaming them that this was their fault that this was happening.
Okay.
¿Ya me entiendes?
Sí.
And the more I see this movie, the more I am convinced of this.
You make a good point.
Anything you gotta say about the movie?
I still enjoy it, and I still think AV and V are the fucking.
No, like I like it. Like
Yeah,
I like the movie.
I still think that V and Evie are ultimately heroes.
I think Evie is a hero.
Hmm.
I don't think V is a hero.
touche. Maybe V was just the necessary evil that needed to happen in order for Evie to become a hero.
I think V just uses other people as an excuse in order for him to do what he wants. And that is not a hero. On the other hand, Evie, even though she has the same eyesight as V, was a little bit more settled in what she had more feelings, even though she didn't have feelings at the end of the movie.
So, if V was fixed on things happening, why wouldn't he take the choice of just committing the act without risking his own life?
Because he wanted to kill. He wanted to see the Chancellor dead, and the only way that he was gonna get the Chancellor dead,
This was creating.
yeah, because he was
Now-
never gonna get to him.
So now, if he really wanted to just brainwash the vast majority and get shit done the way he wanted to, why would he sacrifice himself to be the only one to suffer to get the job done?
Because
Why would he sacrifice his
Because-
own life?
he
If-
knew.
If he wanted to really see that image of the country being better,
Mhm.
why would he choose to knowingly enter a situation where he knows it's a suicide mission,
Because
regardlessly knowing that he's going to get the job taken care of?
Mhm.
But why would he not want to see his plan in fruition?
that's why he created Evie.
Why would he not want to see it though?
Because he is gonna live through Evie.
But he does not see it.
He doesn't need to see it.
He gave Evie the choice.
No, Lorenzo. Again, that
At that scene,
he did
Finch was already there with Evie.
not. Yeah, but
Finch
again,
had the option of changing Evie.
no.
But Finch's ultimate decision
But the truth
was
wasn't.
to say
But Finch was not given the option.
Finch didn't get brainwashed, but he was
No,
shown.
yes, he did. Lorenzo.
But no. Finch saw the repercussions of the whole fucking entirety of the story without being sucked into the actual circle. Where
Lorenzo.
Evie was sucked into the circle and Finch was left in the outskirts on the
Lorenzo.
outfield.
Lorenzo. V tells Finch. V tells him, literally, tells him.
Mm-hmm.
Finch asks him, "How come you haven't come out or come out to say this?" ¿Qué le contesta V?
I don't recall.
I needed you.
Mm-hmm.
Trust.
Needed a constant,
Trust.
a controlled
What did we talk
subject.
about? What did we talk about? Spotlight.
He needed a controlled subject, hence the placebo effect. He needed somebody that he did not get under, but just showed him the facts.
Exactly.
Here are the facts.
Exactly.
This is what really is going on.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm going to give you somebody that's being oppressed. I'm giving you that point of view. And now I'm combining both of you, and both of you get to be at the decision-making table.
No. You see, Finch didn't do his job.
Finch could have done his job.
Exactly.
But he chose not to.
He didn't do
because
it.
he
But he
understood.
didn't. But he never got the option to be. V never gave him the option of, "Hey, this is up to you if we're gonna do this or not."
Mm-hmm.
The option was only given to Evie. because he knew that Evie was gonna go through with it. Evie goes through with it looking at Finch's eyes because Evie was, if Finch would have shot her, she was gonna die in that. She didn't care whether Finch was gonna do anything or
She
not.
would have still pressed the button.
Yeah, exactly.
Her mind
Because
was made up.
it would have been the same thing. Evie would have ended up inside that train, blowing up Parliament, and she would have never seen it. Because at that time, that's what I'm telling you. At that time, that doesn't matter. As long as the plan goes through, they did their job. You know who else says that? It doesn't matter if I die. As long as I do my job, shit's gonna blow up.
Well, I won't say
Yeah.
what I'm thinking because
Yeah, but it's exactly that. It is exactly that. No me importa si sobrevivo. Mientras
Yeah.
yo explote eso,
Mm,
eso tiene que pasar.
mm.
That's why I'm telling you. Finch didn't have the option. Finch decided not to do his job, which is different. That is very different. Because Evie inside that train, he could have shot her. He could have killed her. That button was going to get pressed. Period. That button was going to be pressed.
Too sure.
So, yeah, Finch didn't have an option. Finch didn't do his job. There's a difference. Yeah. Thoughts about the movie? Again,
I love it.
I can fucking talk about this movie like
I know. Me too.
a shitload.
Me too. And I'm actually glad, man. I'm actually glad we were able to talk about this. Damn, we're actually pushing 3 hours.
Yeah.
But I love this movie. And I'm glad you actually had different points of view. My rating for this movie, it's up. I'm gonna give it an 8 overall. Mm-hmm. Giving it 8 overall. Both acting, storyline. Like I said, it could have used a little bit more for my taste, but nonetheless, it was a great movie. Just oh shit! I just realized I'm looking at the screen. You got white, I got black.
Well, symbolism. Cons about the movie? Pros and cons?
Um, I really wish it
Time out. Guys, if you guys have any um
final comments.
no, or other than final comments, if you guys have any ideas for any of the movies that you guys want to watch for next season, start posting them because we're about to finish up. And I don't want to be hearing this shit of, you should have told
You
us
didn't
the
give it a
next what
chance."
movies. Start fucking posting them or not. Shut the fuck up. Nah, I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. Nah, pero start posting them, guys.
I'm sorry, guys. These
¿Sabes qué? Madre,
we're a little intoxicated, guys.
No. I'm just kidding, guys. Pero sí start posting them up, please, so we can have more ideas on different people's. For we got comedies, we got any other film. Rom-coms go under comedies, FYI, and animated films. ¿Dónde va, güey? A ver. Yeah, OG Barber, you are actually gonna. I'll let you redeem yourself, OG Barber. Give me good movies though. They have to be at least 8 years or older. So let me know. Let me know. Let me know. For the animated movies, we have Good Dinosaur, Iron Giant, Akira, Eight Crazy Nights, Ghost in the Shell, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Batman, Mask of the Phantasm, Tarzan, Grave of the Fireflies, and Isle of Dogs. For the regular movies or random movies or any category movies, we have Four Brothers, The Big Short, The Wolf of Wall Street, Limitless, The Words, The Ring, Gone Girl, Everything Must Go, Gladiator, Troy. For comedies, we have Superbad, Friday, Dumb and Dumber, Pineapple Express, Step Brothers, The Others, Ted, How High, Role Models for Getting Sarah Marshall, Take Him to the Greek, Daddy's Home, Get Hard, Cop Out, Hot Tub Time Machine, Trapped in Paradise, Little Nicky, Horrible Bosses, American Ultra, Date Night, Hall Pass Dinner with Schmucks, The Longest Yard. Nah, I'm good with. So let me know, guys. Decídanse ahorita. I was just kidding, guys. I'm not mad. Nada más díganme qué películas quieren ver. Speak now or forever hold your peace, guys.
Dun 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 dun.
Um, I'm actually gonna give it an 8.5.
You really gave it a higher rating than I did.
Yeah, like como te digo, güey, like I really enjoy the movie. I really like the movie. It's just every time I see it, I really think differently about the movie. Not that I don't like it or anything like that. It's just it gives you a different perspective, and I guess
Mm-hmm.
the more things change around you, the more different of a perspective you can get out of it,
Of course.
or the more involved you are, especially if you're involved in politics. And this movie has a lot to say about politics. Period.
Oh yeah,
Um,
hands down.
other than that, um, yeah, like I don't see anything. Like I really love this movie. Like I really, really love this movie.
This is a freaking phenomenal movie. Um, it's actually up there with The Crow and Pan's Labyrinth there for me. Um, like I said, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that this movie was a freaking comic book movie. And I mean, I should have seen it with the whole opening credits. DC Comics, right?
Yeah.
But I guess I just never paid attention. Um, but yeah, no, freaking spectacular movie. And I love the different points of views that that you can get from said movie.
I'm gonna try and watch Sweeney Todd again. Said no one fucking ever.
OG Barber, I think that was indirecta.
Now I already told OG to
Yeah, I know.
get pida movies. Let's
Mm,
see if let's see. Yeah, like this year, oh, man. I don't know, man. Like my biggest takeaway was, well, we still haven't. Oh man, it's because I'm really, I don't know what to think of the Man from Nowhere. So the Man from Nowhere is next.
mm.
Where to watch it? Give me one
Yeah,
second.
where are we gonna watch that one? Oh, like I said, what was it? The one that I told you? Oh, The Experiment.
The Experiment. That's the name
Yeah,
of it.
yeah. Write another movie down there for us. I'm not sure which ones I will choose. But that is a very it's a very good movie. Or yeah, I guess reenactation of true
Shut.
events.
I don't know where the fuck to watch it.
Which one?
It's a man from nowhere.
Oh shit, you got me stumped on that one. I've never seen that one. Oh shit, there's actually a part two.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I
Oh
think it's in
shit,
Peacock. Peacock.
Peacock.
I think so.
I'm seeing Tubi, Viki, Pluto TV, and Peacock.
Oh, okay, let me see.
Hmm.
Oh, Amazon Prime too.
Oh yeah, Prime's got it.
Let me see if it's true because that's how they fucking lied to me.
Yeah, I know.
Oh no, it is. I had already started watching it.
Gotta let you, Wawa.
Nah, but if not, guys, I'll put it on Discord next Sunday. Maybe not next Sunday. I may not be here, but
I don't know. I'm off Sunday.
you're off
Oh,
next Sunday.
I just got inventory. I
Oh.
just got to do inventory for.
Oh wait, you said the experiment, right?
Mm-hmm. What's like the movie Titanic, OG?
What?
No, I don't know. He says like the movie Titanic. What? I don't know if he's saying because of the emojis he put.
Oh. I'm gonna put the Budapest Hotel
Mm, that's a good one.
as a comedy.
Yeah. A Life
I
of
hope.
Pi.
What?
Oh wait, I don't know if that one would have qualified.
Yeah, I think it was from that same year.
Was it?
Yeah. It was like 2015.
2012. That
Oh,
actually does
2012.
qualify.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's a very shitty movie though.
What?
No, no, like it's a good movie, but um, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, so never mind.
No.
Like you find out the pets were humans.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, shitty ass
Yeah,
movie.
the analogies to it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it though because it makes you think like that. And I go back to humans becoming animals, being put in dire situations, and you can definitely see what type of animal you are. But yeah.
Anything else? Anything else from
Well,
anybody else?
anything else from
Anybody else want to give us more
Watch
movies? We got
more
comedy,
movies?
animated, and anything else, movie.
Remember, guys, it just has to be 8 years or older.
Oh, The Revenant.
Oh, wow. Is it?
Yep, 2015.
Does it?
Yeah, it's 2015.
I just saw, yeah, it is. I just saw freaking Cocaine Bear, man.
Oh, Birdman.
Oh, I've never seen The Birdman. And I keep passing it by every single time I see
Inception.
it. Inception?
Have you seen Inception?
Inception, yeah, I have. With Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. Django.
Django, yes, of course. Jamie Foxx and Leonardo DiCaprio. And I don't remember the old man's name. But yeah, those are very great movies. Hope I didn't get any freaking.
What?
Dude, I hope I didn't get any calls or texts from work.
¿Qué onda, Grims? ¿Qué onda, Grims? ¿Tienes movies, güey? 25, the 2015 and before? At least 8 years or older? Comedies, anything, or animated? Lo que quieras, güey. Buenas. Sí, mejor buenitas, que no sean tan feas, que no sean tan malas. Pero lo que quieras. Y si no les he visto, mejor, güey. Si me dan ganas de meter otra de Lord of the Rings.
No comiences con tus pinches chingaderas. I'm not saying they're bad movies. It's just they're too fucking long, brother. They're too long. Well, I mean, shit. Our podcast was damn near the same amount of fucking hours, and I'm the one to complain. Oh, but we already covered Blade in episode 1, OG Barber,
Season 1.
or season 1. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, brother, hope you're doing good, brother. Any genre, to
Yeah.
be honest with you, Grims. The ones that we're really focused on right now are that we're trying to get down are comedy and animation movies. But other than that, I mean, you can pitch anything you want. You want dramas, thrillers, horror films, whatever.
Yeah.
And once again, guys, I know you guys are used to watching us late, but today decided to go a little bit earlier.
Rocky.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
I
One,
hope he
2,
meant
3.
one. I hope he meant one. I'm really hoping
I'm not gonna lie. I just recently watched Creed.
The first one?
Yeah, the first one.
That's good.
Yeah, I was like, what? But I just recently watched it. I want to say maybe like 2 nights ago or something like that. I just wanted to have something to play in the background and put it on. I was like, oh shit, it's a decent movie. Um, I enjoyed it.
Fruitville Station by Michael B. Jordan is really good.
Which one?
Fruitville Station.
Free
Fruitville Station.
Fruitville Station. 40-year-old version. Oh, it's Steve Carell. Mm-hmm. What's his name? Seth Rogen came out in that one. That shit was hilarious.
I've never seen it.
Never seen it?
No.
It's good. It's funny. No Country for Old Men. Oh, I don't know if that one actually qualifies, but that actually is a freaking awesome one. It's actually one of my favorite westerns, or recent western.
Don't worry, we can tell OG.
There you go.
Sarai's inputs. No worry.
Hey, cuñada, appreciate you for those inputs because yes, they are freaking
No Country for Old Men.
spectacular. 2010. Oh yes,
2007.
it works. Wow, I just might actually use that one for one of mine because that is a freaking awesome movie.
No Country for Old Men.
Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is a good one. All Dogs Go to Heaven. Oh, that's a good one for animation. Girl Interpreted. Or Interrupted. That's the one with Angelina Jolie, if I'm not mistaken. Girl Interrupted. Lords of Dogtown. Oh, look, Lords of Dogtown. Isn't that the one with the
skaters?
The skaters. Yeah, I told you about. I think in season 1. Robots. The Mothman Prophecies. Hey, bro. Hey, I ain't hating.
Oh.
Ain't no hating. No, it's because OG's like haters.
Bro, with your Sweeney Todd and Scary Movie, hey, puff.
Like, you know what? Hands down. Sorry, brother. I love you, but I think I took my sister-in-law's movie options.
What belongs were we?
Yes, 2015 and below, right? Yes.
No Country for Old Men, Eternal Sunshine. ¿De qué se trata?
Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. That's with Jim Carrey
And
and
it's not
I want
animated, right?
no. Oof. I don't even know. I want to say maybe
I know which one it is.
drama, maybe romance,
Hey,
maybe
but you
even
guys
be a
gotta be
rom
here
com.
if your movie gets chosen. All Dogs Go to Heaven. Is that from the? ¿Sí la
That one
hace?
is animated.
Pero si la llega.
Oh yeah, that one's like way. Oh, Grandma's Boy. Grandma's Boy. Uh, Fun fact: I actually met Peter Dante while I was working at a hotel. The dude is exactly what I thought that person would be. He is super humble.
Is Grandma's Boys a comedy?
Yeah, it's a comedy. Um, Super humble dude. Um, I won't say the rest just because I'm live and this is recorded, but super humble
Ya la puse
dude,
Grandma's Boy, güey.
real cool guy. Um,
Girl Interrupted. Is that an animated?
no, I actually want to say that's like a drama. So it's Angelina Jolie, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's when like she's at a. I think it. I want to say it's like the psych ward or something like that. Tropical Thunder. Tropical
Tropic
Thunder.
Thunder.
Or yeah, trop.
Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Tropic Thunder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tropic Thunder. Tropic Thunder is a comedy.
Yeah.
I've never actually watched this movie either.
What?
Like I've seen it, some pieces of it, but
Um. Who is it? Robert Downey Jr.
Step Brothers Yahweh.
Yeah, Step Brothers. I think we got.
Lords of Dogtown. Robots.
Is animated.
How long?
I think that one's like 2006, some shit like that. I'll look it up right now. Hold on. That's actually with Robin Williams, if I'm not mistaken. 2005 film.
So here you go, guys. Para que no se la pellizquen tanto. Ow.
Ah,
Which one's that one?
that's actually it's got me.
So for comedies, we have Superbad, Friday, Dumb and Dumber, Pineapple Express, Step Brothers, The Other Guys, Ted, How High, Role Models, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Taken to the Greek, Daddy's Home, Get Hard, Cop Out, Hot Tub Time Machine. I think what was his name? Wanted Hot Tub Time Machine 2, right?
Mhm.
Trapped in Paradise, Little Nicky, Horrible Bosses, American Ultra, Date Night, Hall Pass Dinner with Smucks, The Longest Yard, The Budapest Hotel, 40-Year-Old Virgin, Grandma's Boy, Tropic Thunder. For all genres, we have Four Brothers, The Big Short, The Wolf of Wall Street, Limitless, The Words, The Ring, Gone Girl, Everything Must Go, Gladiator, Troy, The Experiment, The Life of Pi, The Revenant, Birdman, Inception, Reservoir Dogs, Rocky, No Country for Old Men, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Minds, Girl Interrupted. For animated, we have The Good Dinosaur, Iron Giant, Akira, Eight Crazy Nights, Ghost in the Shell, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Batman, Mask of the Phantasm, Tarzan, Grave of the Fireflies, All Dogs Go to Heaven, and Robots.
AI is the one that they were talking about, not Al.
Um, I'm
Artificial
guessing that is a
intelligence.
regular movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
2001 film with Eddie Joel Osment. I see dead people. I see dead people. Kids. Jude Law. Brendan Gleeson. Sam Roberts. Francis O'Connor and William Hurt. I don't know if I've ever seen AI.
Oh, End of Watch. How come we have not put an End of Watch in here?
Oof. It's another one. Any horror?
Whatever you guys want.
Spit it out, Grams.
If we have enough horror, we'll put it in its own separate little
Yeah, a little genre.
genre.
Mm.
I already have The Ring in horror, like as a horror movie. Right? Yeah, I did put The Ring. I don't know a lot of horror films.
No, it's 2016. We'll have to wait till season 4.
Yeah, that'll be season 4. Unless we don't put no horror films, and then we do season 16 of or season
Nothing
4
but
of nothing
horror
but
films.
horror films. Because we haven't done any horror films.
Yeah, no. What? We've done a few.
Which
Saw.
ones? I don't think Saw's horror. I think it's more like suspense.
Poltergeist.
What is it?
The house that Jack built. Mm. It's 2018, not 16.
The 2018?
Mm-hmm.
Nah. ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? This is a pretty good amount of movies.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing we're separating.
Yeah, we'll definitely have enough for the wheel.
Yeah. I'm surprised we don't have a lot of regular movies. But we have more comedies than anything else. We have 27 comedies.
Mm-hmm.
We have any genre comedies, 22, and then animated films we only have 12. Fight Club.
Oh. I actually just watched that
I've never seen it.
the first time. I want to say maybe a month, maybe 2 ago. And was that a good movie? With Edward Norton and Brad Pitt.
That was good.
It was a good movie. I'm not gonna lie. That had me 8mm.
Is that 8 Mile?
I doubt it.
¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más se puede ver?
8mm. It's with Nicolas Cage, Joaquin Phoenix, James Gandolfini, Chris Bauer, Peter Stormare, Catherine Keener. 1999 film.
Alice in Wonderland.
Ooh.
The animated
The
film?
animated, yeah, animated would actually animated would work. I don't know about the real life version.
Yeah, it's like
The
Johnny
one-
Depp, no? Johnny Depp sale?
That one is a must watch.
Dude. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep.
Los Piratas del Caribe. Anything else, guys? Si no, ya para irnos. Ya es tarde. Ya nos aventamos
Yeah,
3 horas.
Yeah, I'm still over here trying to get to my brother's birthday dinner.
OOF?
Oof.
Ah.
What's
What
that?
fucking phone was that?
Sounds mamón, güey.
Bueno, entonces, como quiera, we still have 2 more weeks. This week is
Mhm.
The Man from Nowhere. If anything, guys, si tienen problemas, just shoot me. Amor de Pero. We
We
already
already covered that in season 1, brother.
no this
Oh no,
season.
this season. It was the 3rd episode on this season.
OG, you need to be
Oye, pues
watching
qué
this.
perro. ¿Qué onda, pinche perro? Te digo, güey, que tienes que estar constante. Oh, Gone Girl.
Gone Girl, ya la tengo, güey. So, te la repito. Te la resumo.
Ay, güey.
The
No
regular
resumas mucho, güey.
non-comedy, Four Brothers, The Big Short, The Wolf of Wall Street, Limitless, The Words, The Ring, the Gone Girl, Gone Girl, Everything Must Go, Gladiator, Troy, The Experiment, The Life of Pi, or The Life of P, The Revenant, Birdman, Inception, Reservoir Dogs, Rocky, No Country for Old Men, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Minds, Go Interrupted, AI, and The Watch, Fight Club, 8mm, Pirates of the Caribbean.
You just put Unfaithful to 2002 film. Thriller romance. With Richard Gere, Diane Lane, Oliver Martinez, Michelle
The Hurt Locker.
Monaghan. Hurt Locker.
Yeah.
Mm. 2008 film. Anything else, guys?
Como quiera. Si no, tenemos otras 2 semanitas, guys. Remember, in April 10th, we are gonna do the finale. Ahí vamos a hacer la Wii, ahí vamos a hacer todo el rollo para poder que... Space Jam.
Space Jam to me is
Animated or regular?
well, no, that would fall under animated because you got Looney Tunes, you got Bugs, Daffy. I gave it an 8. Quick gave it an 8.5.
I give it an 8.5. Basically, my point of view is that V is very much somebody who oppresses people but doesn't realize that he's oppressing people.
And in my point of view, V is still a fucking hero.
Yeah. Yeah, the more I watch this movie, the more I take him away from the hero category and put him more into a villain category. But it's a fun watch movie anyways. Like I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I really, really digged it. So next week is The Man from Nowhere. It is on Pluto TV or right? Tubi.
Yeah, to
Amazon. So anyways, if we have issues, I'll look for it and then we can put it on the Discord. Other than that, guys, I hope you guys have a great, great, great week and enjoy your days, guys. I know
Beast
vamos
of
hasta la
No
próxima.
Nation.
What?
Beast of No Nation for Grims.
Oh yeah.
And thank you guys once again for joining us. It's always a pleasure to be here with you guys. It's the reason why we do it. We love y'all. Stay safe. Until the next one.
Old Barber said, "Come by." I know vamos, raza.
Órale.